Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 3:45, 4 o'clock hour, we have Emily the Movie Girl coming in. She's going to give us a review on Odyssey.
Ooh.
And I finally got to finish the movie Obsession. We'll talk about that as well. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia. We'll end it up with some sports, and you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where we check us out on YouTube. Watch us do the show live. Get involved with our question of the day. Your 3 o'clock keyword is dollar. DOLLAR. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Dollar is your 3 o'clock keyword. Let's go. Let's kick this week off right and get a winner. By the way, if you want to send a talk back, you can do that as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go right to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air.
Turn you into a superstar.
Superstar. How are you guys doing today? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right.
Got here before the rain.
Did you really? I think I did as well. We got here just in time.
Just
around 1:30
in time.
or so.
Yep.
Storm bands will be moving across the state all day long as this thing starts hauling ass toward Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I don't know if I can and in the future use you as my source for weather.
Same here, buddy. Listen, same here.
This weekend, you told me it was going to rain all weekend.
Washout. I know.
Everybody said it. Everybody said it, Jack. I'm going to stop saying it.
And then
I'm going to be like, you know what,
Not
people?
a drop.
Book the cabana. The pool's going to be perfect this weekend.
Then on the news today, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a pretty dry week. And then today is raining. I'm like, wait, what is going on?
And Storm has no idea what the hell's going on. We are seeing some bands move across, though, as it moves left. But, nothing like they said it was going to be a complete washout today and yesterday. It did not rain a drop yesterday. Matter of fact, I think yesterday was the hottest day of the year, I think. All right, 77031. Again, that's how you text us. And if you want to call us, 407-916-1041. I have a question to ask the only person in this building I know that would know more about this.
Deb?
No.
Jack?
It is you, buddy.
What?
It is you.
Uh-oh.
You are the focal point of this.
Red Dead Redemption?
No, get out of here.
It's $14, dude. Get it. It's on sale for 9 more days.
All right, so listen, I may have to because I did the stupidest thing ever. I rebooted my computer and forgot my PokerStars account password. So now I can't get into my account. I've looked everywhere. And then the page that they tell you to go to reset it isn't working. Nobody knows what's going on. It won't, from nothing. So I'm just going to have to create a new account and lose all that money I'd built up on that account. It's all fake, but it's a fine.
Quick aside, speaking of fake money, in Red Dead Redemption, I don't know, you can play as much Texas Hold'em as you want.
Oh, can you really?
Oh, absolutely. Dominoes as well.
I think he's going to spend that $14.
Yeah.
All right. So as I've told you before, Jackson, wife and I are going to start using Aldi more as our shopping experience.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed, buddy. So this weekend we made good on our word, and we were out and around. We had to go buy some groceries. My wife said, we are going to Aldi. There was no Publix involved. There were no other stores even mentioned. Aldi was the answer. No problem. Let's go. Right. So get into Aldi. She goes, do you have a quarter? I said, I do not have a quarter. And I said, what do we need? I said, why do we need a quarter? This is my new experience because all my Aldi trips so far have been just pop in, pop out trips, right? And everything can be carried. So, but I'm not aware of the Aldi buggy experience. But I said, no problem. I'll go out to the truck and I'll get us a quarter and I'll bring a buggy back. Just hang loose. Go ahead and start shopping, and I'll catch up with you here in a second. As I'm going across the parking lot, I noticed people pushing their carts back to the cart thing. And I thought to myself, well, why don't I just ask one of these people if I can do a nice thing like return their cart for them and then not return the cart, just walk into the Aldi with the quarter intact and everything's good. Well, the thing is I didn't know that the quarter was actually attached to the cart. Like, I thought it went into some kind of bank or something, and that's how they made money. It's like a trigger thing. It's like you might as well have a token. It almost doesn't matter that it's a quarter. It's that size coin goes into this little thing, and it unlocks the chain that holds the carts together.
You are so cute.
So then I had a moral dilemma. I was like, well, if I ask this person to use their card, I'm basically stealing from them, and that's not right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So I said, ma'am, I will gladly take that card back. No problem. She didn't say, no, but my quarter.
Yeah.
Right? None of that, right? So I take the cart, I go back up there, and there was 15 people messing with the carts. I said, well, I'll go in, and I'll just use this cart, and I'll leave the quarter in there for somebody else to get, right?
Yeah.
So did that very thing, left it in there.
There you go.
But I don't know the etiquette. Is it rude to even ask? Because people have money in that thing.
So typically, what I've experienced is when you have a Aldi cart and to retrieve your cart, they're all chained together.
Right,
You put the quarter in, it releases the chain. So you have a cart with a quarter that's in it. When you bring the cart back, you plug in the chain, and then your quarter pops out. So it forces the people to return the carts. They don't have to have someone roaming the lots to gather carts.
Right,
So it keeps a nice, clean parking lot.
And everybody did it, by the way.
Everyone does it.
No cart
right.
was in the parking lot.
So sometimes people will leave it out there as, that's a gift, because if you leave the cart, you're leaving your quarter in it as well. So that's a gift for someone, because if you don't have a quarter, you see a cart out in the parking lot, there's a quarter in it, and you will not need a quarter.
Yeah.
However, in your situation, what I have always seen is if someone is pushing a cart back, someone says, can I take that for you? And you give them a quarter for the cart you're taking, because you're taking their quarter.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
See, I never made it my truck to get the... actually, that's wrong. I did make it to the truck to get the quarter. On the way back is when I noticed the lady going to walk, and I was parked all the way across the parking lot because it was absolutely packed, by the way. So we had to walk the farthest you could walk in that Aldi parking lot to get to the front door.
Yeah.
And a lady right next to me is the one who was unloading her buggy. I said, I'll gladly push that back if you'd like. She said, thank you so much. I do not want to walk in this heat. And I grabbed it and I walked in, whatever.
For that, that was worth a quarter to her.
Yeah. and she did not ask. So I would guess that she would have, do you have that quarter? No one's going to do that, right? No one's going to ask for that quarter.
No, but usually people offer it, and sometimes they'll say, oh, no, keep it.
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes some people, and my wife does this all the time, and it drives me nuts because it costs me a quarter every time. She pushes the cart back all the way and then leaves the quarter in it.
Oh, well, let me tell you.
For that next person. Look what I found.
The funny thing is as I'm writing this down in an email that I'm sending to myself for this topic today, I look at my wife, she goes, oh, look. And we look over, and there's this old man, and what is he doing? Ganking quarter after quarter after quarter. Dude must have pulled $4 out of that Aldi parking lot that day, just in that little time I was there, because nobody get their quarter back, dude. Everybody was just pushing it back and setting it in front of the cart thing and just letting somebody else do it. Because it was 1,000,000,005 degrees outside.
People see it as paying it forward for that person who doesn't have a quarter. Someone says, life hack, go to Aldi's when it's pouring down rain, return carts for everyone because they don't want to get, it's not worth it a quarter to get soaked.
And my man is right, because $5 in Aldi has power.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually buy something in Aldi for $5. So if you do that roundup, you pull $5 in quarters. Trust me when I tell you, dude, you could go into Aldi and cash out. We bought $70 worth of groceries and could barely get them in our car. At Publix, I can carry that out.
I was in
one hand.
Aldi today, and I finally saw something that I'm like, I wouldn't buy that. And it was $5, $4.99. And I got it right there. I took a picture of it.
What is that?
It is 4 ice cubes.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like
bourbon.
I go, yeah, ice cubes, $5. What is that?
Yeah.
And it's 4 giant square clear ice cubes. So, when you have an old fashioned or a bourbon or a whiskey, you want 1 large ice cube, they will sell you, it's like a 2-inch square clear. It doesn't have that cloud in the middle.
Sure.
The thing that C-Lane's been perfecting in his freezer,
which I love.
Yeah. And he's made me for my birthday. He's made me a whole sheet of those. But you get 4 of them for $1.25 a cube. I'm like, I don't need that.
That's a grand total of 1 penny investment. Whoever did it. Well, I appreciate that clearing of that because I knew you would be able to help me out.
Love it, and I love their products.
Oh my God, it is. Let me tell you something, dude.
Only one product that I have found where I will not use that, where I would go and buy the name brand, and that is their ketchup.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Their ketchup to me didn't hit, and I just prefer Heinz.
Yeah, man, maybe that's the case. And the funny thing is, that's all I use as well. And I've tried Hunt's and the others as well. I don't care where I get it from. It's just Heinz has been the game.
It's just the top tier.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Watch the first 2 episodes of a new show.
Ooh.
I'll tell you about that. I want to talk about the World Cup halftime. We'll talk about that a little bit because we'll talk about the game itself a little bit later with Brandon. And we did something today here at our business that I want to talk to you guys about that is kind of something that's required from us as employees. And then I got to tell you something else. Now, for people who do not know this guy, I'll explain a little bit later. But for people who are aware, there is another Christopher Cross story out there that I heard on Questlove's podcast that is yet another one of those. What in the hell did we not know about Christopher Cross? I mean, he does have these ballad yacht rock songs, and we find out behind the scenes this guy's pushing blow to cut his records, and selling weed, and doing all this.
Wrote his biggest hit on acid.
This guy turns out to be the biggest playboy in all of Hollywood, and this story adds to that lore. So we have that plus a bunch of other stuff coming up as well a little bit later today in the show. Deb, got some news?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the National Hurricane Center monitoring a potential tropical storm in the Gulf.
I want to hear about it.
It's primary deadline day for Florida voters. Don't forget to check your status. And Costco adds a new item to the food court menu. Ooh.
Really?
Do you know what it is, Jack?
No. Is it replacing the chicken bake?
We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, guys, don't forget dollar is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's DOLLAR. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Well, let's take a little break. Come back and get Deb's news right after this.
Real Music Weekends. Our classic alternative. Friday, I'm in love. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound past OBT. Debris on the roadway heading over St. John's River Bridge. Look out for road rangers clearing that stuff up. An accident on Rose Avenue at South Street. Afternoon slowdowns are starting to form on some parts of the major roadways, and it could be still wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Quantum Fiber Internet. Have you heard? Quantum Fiber from AT&T is offering a great deal on fast fiber internet. $55 a month for speed up to 1 gig. Find out more at quantumfiber.com. Seriously, grab this special deal now. Limited availability in select areas.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Stellar Nights at Orlando Science Center features a different laser light show every Friday and Saturday night, plus planetarium shows, exhibits, and observatory stargazing. It's all included with admission. Something for all ages now through August 1st. See the lineup and grab tickets at OSE.org.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
How will we ever defeat the British?
By remembering what we're fighting for. General. A country of our own. That will one day celebrate 250 years.
How will we celebrate, sir?
By going to Headquarter Hyundai, for the revolutionary Hyundais for Less sales event.
Hyundai, sir?
Yes, thousands off, plus they want any trade, paid for or not, at Headquarter Hyundai.
Here!
With revolutionary reductions on 250 vehicles.
It sounds glorious, sir.
Oh, it is. America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. New Tucsons, Elantras. Pay thousands less and get 0% financing for 60 months.
What about payments, sir?
Headquarter Hyundai will have their best lease programs of the year.
It's revolutionary. Hyundai's thousands less.
And they want any trade-in. At Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
And no tax, right, sir?
Well,
plus tax and tag, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Hey, I'm Tanner from Zerorez. Our mission is to be your trusted partner in creating clean and healthy environments. That's why we back our cleaning with great service, honest pricing, and results you'll love, and a 30-day guarantee. Schedule your cleaning today. Zerorez, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
When bills can't wait, every minute matters. That's why there's Amscot. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
It's the white vinyl fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,128. Visit fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
my Aldi, there have been like homeless people that will come up to you and offer to take your cart back. I think they've had to run them off a few times, but hey, they're just trying to make money, I guess, in an honest way. So whatever.
Yeah, I'd be perfectly fine with that. All right, 407-916-1041, text 77031. Somebody tried to bust me and said, hey, dude, that Aldi in Mountain Door is not that big of a parking lot. You don't have to walk that damn far. I didn't say it was real far. I just said it was far for me, dude. Get out of here. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Dollar is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's DOLLAR. Go to realradio.fm and send that out for your chance at 1,000 of those dollars. It'd be great to have a winner today. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Jack. And Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News. Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. No, we're going to be talking to Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 a little bit later on, but Spain has won the 2026 World Cup. They took down Argentina 1-0 in extra time on Sunday.
Spoiler alert.
To secure their second ever tournament win. Argentina's Lionel Messi did not have a single shot on goal through the 120 minutes of the match. He did, however, create several scoring opportunities late in the second half of extra time, but the defending champions could not take advantage. President Trump was among the many dignitaries on hand for yesterday's final in East Rutherford. Others included the President of Mexico and Prime Minister of Canada, where this year's World Cup matches were also held. Spain's royal family was also among the estimated 80,000 fans that packed the temporarily renamed New York, New Jersey Stadium for the event.
Yeah.
You know why the leader of Argentina was not there?
No.
He's very superstitious and always watches the games.
The Malou guy?
Yeah, and it's in the same spot wearing his jersey. And
oh, does he really?
For that I think they call it Kabbalah. Yeah. Just that idea that, your actions are going to affect the outcome of the game. But he was like, I'm not going.
Dude, that dude has sideburns that would make any 1960s Alabama state trooper. I mean, swoon with love. This guy looks like a bass player from a 60s jazz band.
Really?
God almighty.
I was just surprised at how aggressive some of the videos I'd seen on Instagram.
Like 20 crimes committed yesterday.
Yeah, man. It was like, whoa.
What, during the game or after?
During the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, geez.
After he got a little chippy, too.
I was going to say, you think the streets were bad? You should have been in the game.
No doubt. It was insane. All right. The National Hurricane Center is still monitoring Tropical Depression number 2, which is expected to become a tropical storm later today. NHC Deputy Director Jamie Rome giving the latest update.
Slow development over the next 24 to 36 hours, potentially bringing this to a tropical storm strength later today or tonight, at which point it would acquire the name Bertha.
Big old Bertha.
Get in there, Bertha.
He says the Florida Panhandle is still under a tropical storm watch, which means winds are a possible hazard in that area. Also, the National Hurricane Center has issued a storm surge watch for New Orleans. Thankfully, Central Florida is expected to avoid the storm's worst impacts. All right, the feds are announcing more than $30 million to support hurricane recovery and resilience in Florida. Those include money for the state and local emergency agencies for debris clearing, emergency response, and rebuilding from hurricanes Ian, Helene, and Milton. There are some folks in Seminole County still waiting to fix their homes after Milton.
Really?
Yeah, it's just... So FEMA is also awarding money to elevate flood-prone homes in Tampa, improve sewer lift stations in Sanibel, and improve wind resistance in Hillsborough County.
There you go.
All right, Florida drivers, get your start texting us, 77031. Tell us what you're seeing, but Florida drivers are paying more at the pump after recent spikes in oil prices tied to tensions in the Middle East. AAA says the statewide average has climbed to $3.93 a gallon. That's up 12 cents from a week ago and nearly 30 cents from a month ago. Analysts say crude oil prices have surged in recent weeks, pushing fuel costs higher across the country. AAA warns that gas prices will remain sensitive to developments overseas and changes in the energy market. Have you filled up anytime soon?
Yeah, I had to fill up Friday, which was good because I got right in before. But I mean, it won't be that long before I have to do it again. But I think I paid $3.87 a gallon on Friday.
I think I paid $3.89.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 390s is where I've been seeing it locally.
Yeah.
You know what was weird? Somebody was texting us last week saying they don't know what's going on, but all of the gas stations are set at like $3.99. And actually, that's what I saw on Friday when I stopped for gas. I was like, damn, that listener's right. It was at $3.99.
It's, I think, where like they have this range, but also there is a big step when you go from $3.99 to 404 or 401, right?
Right, yeah,
where
yeah. Where you have to put the 4 up there.
Yeah, that's a big step. So I think that they'll hold on $3.99 before they go to 4 because they think that's just going to, people are not going to pull in if they see a 4.
Yeah, before anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this next story is just a heartbreaker. A Volusia County woman has died after she risked her life to save her son from drowning. The sheriff's office announced yesterday that DeLan's Nicole Grayson died Saturday. Her 4-year-old son fell into the St. Johns River at Edstone Park. He was playing with a toy near the fence. He dropped it, went to go retrieve the toy, fell in. So Grayson jumped in to save him. A boater threw them 2 life preservers before pulling the boy into the boat, and another witness jumped into the water to save Grayson when she went under. One of her older sons, Davina De Vega, spoke to Fox 35.
I don't know what I'm going to do without her now, man. It's heartbroken. I just wish she would have stayed home.
She was lifted onto the boat where CPR was performed until paramedics arrived. The 43-year-old Grayson was taken to the hospital where sadly she passed away, leaving behind 6 children.
Oh,
6 children. Just a day fishing on the river.
Yeah.
She
not know how to swim. It's a lake.
It's a river. She fell into the river.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It could have been a pool. It does not matter. If you don't know how to swim, you don't know how to swim.
If you don't know how to swim, yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's horrible.
It should be mandatory in Florida.
Yeah.
God, dog.
I
man.
know. It's just, but she did what every parent would do.
Yeah, your 4-month-old, you say?
4 years.
4-year-old.
And
Her
the thing
4-year-old son.
I think it looked like a culvert fence to me. Like I saw a photograph of it today, and it looked like he was playing so in other words, it wasn't like there was a fence, and then in other words, when he fell in, it was automatically deep. It was next to a culvert is what it looked like. So when she jumped in, there's no touching bottom there to stabilize herself. And if you don't know how to swim, jumping in to save somebody is the worst thing you could do, because chances are not only will you drown, you also bring the other person down with you, or vice versa.
Yeah, well, not only that, she's probably panicking.
Yes,
she's a
for
mother,
sure. Yeah.
So, just a sad story all the way
jumped
around.
In.
Exactly.
Probably realized she couldn't swim, but it doesn't matter. You're going to jump in.
It's her 4-year-old.
Yeah.
All right. Today is an important deadline for Florida voters ahead of next month's primary election. Voter registration and party affiliation changes must be completed by the end of the day today and can be made at Register to Vote Florida, all one word, registertovoteflorida.gov. The deadline to request a vote by mail ballot is August 6th, with early voting scheduled from August 8th through August 15th. Primary election day set for August 18th. State officials say Florida had more than 13.4 million registered voters as of June 30th.
Damn, that's good.
That is very good. That is very good. All right, the Tate brothers are expected to appear in Miami federal court today at 2 p.m. They should have been arrested just for what they were wearing.
Are they also going to dress like Florence Henderson today?
Oh, my God.
That's the manosphere, huh?
That guy is getting pumped today on social, and it is so funny considering what these cats are supposed to stand for. All this hyper masculine, and dude's wearing capri pants with slippers and a female top that doesn't get out of here with that.
I heard more descriptions of him looking like a 12-year-old girl than anything else.
Yeah, it looked like Peg Bundy.
U.S. Marshals arrested Andrew and Tristan on 32 new counts of rape, trafficking, and exploitation over the weekend. The brothers are dual U.S. and British citizens, and their attorney, Joe McBride, says he will fight their extradition back to the UK.
If they're going to get extradited at some point, let's do that after they have their day in court in Florida.
McBride alleges the new charges are an attempt to poison the jury pool, adding that America does not do Britain's political dirty work. UK authorities had previously charged the brothers with 21 charges after allegations from 2012. All right, United Airlines is setting the record straight today after a viral industry memo sparked massive confusion. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
Really, Jack? Have you heard about this?
Nope.
Well, the carrier is refuting reports that passengers can swap flights for free if they object to landing at Florida's West Palm Beach's newly designated President Donald J. Trump International Airport. Officials with United clarify that while reservation agents have general flexibility, policy specifically strictly forbids free destination changes based on an airport's name.
I mean, come on.
Or a 3-letter code, in this case, DJT.
Yeah. It's a matter of time where this stuff started happening.
You can't write this stuff.
Yeah, it's too good.
All right, the FDA now says lettuce samples from Taylor Farms that tested positive for cyclospora that sickened thousands of people across the country was actually a false positive.
What?
The FDA.
Wait a minute. Didn't they throw Taco Bell?
Yeah, they did.
Under the bus?
They sure did.
But Jack, only for 4 straight days. Nationally.
That didn't cost them any business.
No
biggie at all. I mean,
no problemo.
The federal government went out of their way to rag on 3 companies and then create a social media firestorm that drugged these 2 companies through the absolute trash. And then today goes, my bad.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way to repay them, they have to put like a Taco Bell in the White House.
They should.
Kind of like they did in those commercials. Heck, there may already be one. Who knows?
Probably. The FDA says after further review, no samples of the iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico have tested positive for the parasite. Again, more than 7,000 people have fallen ill, according to the CDC. On Friday, Taylor Farms said it voluntarily removing iceberg lettuce sourced from central Mexico. And again, what was interesting was, everyone kept saying, the reports came out that Taco Bell was the source. And it's like, well, my understanding is Taylor Farm supplies like 1/3 of the country's lettuce.
Yeah, it could be a lot of places.
A lot of places.
We got a pizza this weekend, and the pizza came with a salad, right? So we got the salad.
Yeah.
When we lifted the lid off that salad, we saw oyster head salad. My wife went, nope. And she was really looking forward to that salad. She's like, no.
Nah, dog.
I ain't about that.
Hoagie Fest this weekend, I got a tuna sub, and normally I get lettuce on it. I'm like, nope, skip that.
I know. It's so funny because like lunch items, it's like, nope, don't want to go there because that's lettuce and tomato until this thing is gone.
I found a new thing. So it's tuna. I went with the spinach.
Yeah, that's what we...
Jalapenos.
Ooh, good time.
Buddy.
Dude, chicken salad chick has that. They have a jalapeno. Yeah. I'm just giving you a heads up, player. Just giving you a heads up.
$6 Hoagie Fest.
There was a big crowd outside Tampa General Hospital on Saturday as Hillsborough deputy Sofarmani Moon walked out the front door to continue his recovery at home. Moon and Deputy Colton Daniels were shot last week, which is putting it lightly. This guy was out on a mission to execute these deputies.
The video is insane.
I mean, he punched through the window of one of the cruisers to try and get a better shot as they responded to a domestic violence situation in Ruskin. So Moon had a few words for his colleagues.
It's so overwhelming, and I'm truly blessed to stand here and be able to talk to you guys, right? I'm 2 inches away from never talking smack to any of you guys, and now I'm here.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Moon was shot in the face and hand by the 34-year-old convicted felon who was killed on the site. Daniels, who was shot in the neck, went home on Friday. Again, the suspect was shot and killed by Sergeant Harrison Bashner.
Yeah.
All right, Harrison.
Yeah, go, Harrison, go.
Yeah.
All right, parents, back-to-school shopping is in full force. Florida's back-to-school sales tax holiday officially starts today and will end on August 20th. Shoppers will get a break on sales tax for qualifying clothing, school supplies, and personal computers that fall within certain price limits. You can finally get rid of that computer you cuss at every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The month-long tax holiday was designed to help families prepare for the new school year while helping to keep more money in their pocket.
Yep, it's a good deal.
It is a good deal, especially if you've got 3-4 kids.
Absolutely.
I mean...
And if you feel so benevolent, this will be a good time for you to load up on stuff for your kid's classroom. If your kid's in one of those elementary schools where they don't travel a bunch, they're in one class, this is a good time for you to offer something for the teacher. Most of them put a list up, right? Where if you want to offer to buy something for the classroom, you can do that.
Yes. I think so, yeah, because like the wet wipes to clean up
Yeah.
Paper toweling.
I think most schools or most teachers, whatever, have a list where you could go on their website, their public website, and see what they need in the classrooms. And during these times, like, again, if you feel so benevolent and you've had a good year, you could chip in and buy some stuff for them.
A Gift for Teaching is another charity, and
love that group.
They'll be on with the Monsters tomorrow because the Monsters Teacher Appreciation event is next Wednesday.
Yep.
And all donated school supplies will go through A Gift for Teaching.
Yep.
And the list of supplies is there if anyone is interested. realradio.fm/party.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect. Our teachers need all the help that they can get. Our teachers are underappreciated, and sometimes so are the police. Newly released police body cam video going viral of a University of Central Florida student's violent reaction to being misgendered. The blue-haired transgender student, identified as 27-year-old Jarrett Vick, can be seen screaming at a police officer who was on the UCF campus for an unrelated call.
Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
Say! Just say the right pronoun!
Say the right pronoun.
Vic was eventually taken into custody after being pepper sprayed and cuffed.
Gosh, really?
Vic pleaded not guilty to battery on law enforcement, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct, according to court records. The bizarre arrest took place last winter, and the case is now closed, according to Orange County records. The video was released by Inside the Blue TV.
It's funny. So mad.
All right. And then finally, Costco has added a new item to its food court menu.
Okay, so let's run down what they have. They have the hot dog and the Coke.
Yeah, they've turned over some stuff. They have the slice of pizza with or without pepperoni.
Yeah, with the soda as well.
Yeah,
that's a combo.
Chicken bake.
The chicken bake, which is like basically a enchilada-looking thing, or like a hot, warm wrap.
They have a cold cut sandwich on ciabatta bread.
That's all the savory stuff they have, though, right? They don't have that much.
The retail giant now offers chicken strips.
Yay!
Along with its other popular food court items. So according to Costco, a single order.
You have the calorie count?
Not the calorie count, but I do have the cost because I think this is pretty cool.
So it's like 3 fingers?
No. According to Costco, a single order includes 5 large chicken breast strips and a container of dipping sauce for $6.99.
Damn, really? Damn, that's good.
5 large chicken breast strips.
Damn, really?
For only $6.99.
Wow, that's not bad at all, dude.
Not at all.
Well,
guess the calories.
2,500.
I think that's a little hot.
That's more than I have in a day for all 3 meals.
It doesn't matter though, Jack. That's
well,
one.
They're 5.
That's like one Jamocha shake.
Right.
I'll go 1,600
with sauce. 1,640.
There you go.
Wow.
If you skip the sauce, you're at 1,130 calories.
Yeah.
That's more than any one of my meals.
Exactly. Exactly.
But here's the thing, though. Look, dude, if you want to make homemade pub subs, so you go into Costco, you get yourself a bag of their rolls because they have a bakery there, right? You get a bag of sub rolls. What's it going to be? $4? Then go up there and get these things for $6. For $10, you could easily make like 4 subs, like chicken finger subs. That's like one of the hottest subs Publix has.
Didn't expect you to get so excited about it.
Man, I love feeding a family for nothing, man. That's like feeding your family. That's a night of food for your family for like $10.
There was a dad who took his kids to Chick-fil-A, and he got like the 30-piece nugget, and he ordered like 5 pieces of buttered bread, and he made the kids, they had to make their own chicken sandwiches with the chicken nugget.
Yeah, dude, nothing wrong with that. Kids
Nothing wrong with it at all. The item was tested in stores earlier this year and is now being reported at Costco warehouses nationally. So enjoy your chicken strips.
I'd like to try those. I bet they're good. Costco does a good job.
I bet they are. Yeah. Still can't beat that $1.50 hot dog and soda. And that concludes your JCS News.
Hot dog.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Started a new show last night. I'll tell you a little bit about it when we get back.
Computers calculate, humans connect. Unless court ordered not to. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, we are going to be expecting another hot and humid day. Temperatures will be soaring well into the mid-90s, the high of around 94 degrees, which is still technically above our normal high of 92. We'll see about a 40% chance of scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms, some of which could provide some heavy rain, gusty winds, and frequent lightning. This is all courtesy of the far outer fringes of what will likely become Tropical Storm Bertha, which will move to the west, not bringing any sort of direct impacts to Florida. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Ooh, bent tie rod. What are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Summer is here, and if you want that fresh look that keeps you cool all season long, it's time to check out Hammer & Nails Grooming for Guys. Real Radio listeners, you mentioned my name, C. Lane, and get a $20 credit towards your first visit. But that's this month only, so book now at hammerandnailsgrooming.com. Hammer & Nails, total man care starts here.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. The number one mistake people make when getting a mortgage is not comparing their quote. It's so easy to compare at my website, thatmortgageguydon.com.
It's tough watching your kids struggle with allergies, runny nose at recess, congestion at practice, trouble focusing in school. And then there's the guilt when you forget their allergy meds. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. They've treated thousands, including kids, with quick, kid-friendly testing and pain-free allergy drops. Make the most of summer break. Schedule your appointment now at AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop three? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Used cars are moving out at AutoNation Toyota Winter Park. This Thursday through Sunday, we're holding a special savings event. Cars, trucks, SUVs, hundreds of used vehicles, all priced to move and ready to drive. The low price you see is the price you pay. Buy with confidence with no hidden fees. Every used vehicle comes with a Carfax report and a 5-day, 250-mile money-back guarantee. Hundreds of vehicles, all priced to sell. Go to AutoNation Toyota Winter Park now.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you you and your team. At Supershore.com, you can access tools like the Fine Print Facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's Supershore.com. That's Supershore.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to Supershore.com. That's Supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Oh, yes, indubitably. Such a wonderful and exquisite day. As long as JCS is being listened to, then all my cares and worries goes away. And this is your boy, Big I, indubitably. The reason Jim's so excited about the chicken strips and that meal and stuff is because now that he's gone to Aldi's, he's seen the light. He's like, I can't believe this. Why would anybody shop any other way? Right. Why not get that and feed the whole family and love yourselves and your wallet?
Also, this just in.
104.1. Hi, I'm Dennis from Orlando, Florida. I won $1,000 from Real Radio 104.1. Thank you.
Yay! $1,000 winner. We are on the board.
Yay!
The pump, she's primed.
Dollar, that's your 3 o'clock keyword.
That's right, DOLLAR. That winner came from the 1 o'clock hour. So congrats to the news junkie. Let's get on the board, guys.
Yes, that was...
Dollar is
awesome.
the word. Like Deb said, we'll have a fresh one for you at the top of every hour. And, of course, going all the way up till 9 o'clock tonight, which includes Tom and Dan.
Yep.
So be sure to stay tuned to all the shows here so you have multiple chances to take home $1,000 yourself.
Yeah, and don't sleep on those later keywords. Less players, better chance to win.
100%. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Jack, have you started any new shows? Deb, have you started any new shows?
Yes, we just started Alex Cross last night.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
That's with...
Is it in, let me look it up.
The guy that Oprah, the guy that does all the Medea movies.
Oh, yes.
Why am I drawing a gigantic blank there?
One of the most powerful people.
No joke.
In entertainment. I'd say Hollywood, but he has this whole Atlantis.
He bought an old airplane or airport or something up there.
Aldous Hodge.
Aldous Hodge.
Aldous Hodge. Yeah, stars as Alex Cross.
Tyler
Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry did the movie Alex Cross, I guess. So that's kind of cool. Was it good?
Yeah, it's very good. Just started its season 1, episode 1.
Like a Damon, like a Jason Bourne scenario.
It's based on the author James Patterson.
Yeah, so it's like a spy thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, very
Brilliant,
nice.
Obsessive homicide detective and forensic psychologist. It was a great opening scene.
What channel is that?
That is, let's see, it is...
like a Netflix thing?
Nope, it is Paramount.
Okay.
Amazon.
All right, so it's Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
All right, so the reason I ask is the New York Times had a piece the other day, and I guess there were a bunch of shows that started this month. I mean, that one that Will Ferrell's part of called The Hawk, or Hawk, is a big one that's getting pushed a lot because it's got Will Ferrell, and he does a bunch of press stuff that maybe other people wouldn't do as the character. He's done a lot of ESPN shots, a lot of live stuff. They've gotten social media hits for.
He was at the World Cup final yesterday with his Hawk visor on.
Yeah, was he really?
Wow.
Okay. And so there are a number of other shows, and as I'm looking at them, my wife and I yesterday had a lazy Sunday afternoon. We're like, well, we want to start a new show. Let's dial it up. And we dialed it up, and we came up with this show that came up in the top 5 of almost every search that I did of the best new shows, and it's a show called Lucky. And it's with Anna Taylor-Joy, which you'll know from, and actually Annette Bening's in it as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Anna Taylor-Joy is the girl from The Chess.
Yes.
That just got she kind of got the really unique face, kind of alien-esque. You know, eyes are real big and she's got this small mouth, you know.
What's her name again?
Anna Taylor-Joy. There's a hyphen in there somewhere.
Anna Taylor
Joy, J-O-Y.
I think they're wide. It's just wide set, her eyes.
Yeah, like I said, like the top of her head.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, very alien-like.
Yeah, but she does have a very mantis look about her.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, my God. These are not complimentary things you two are saying.
The mantis is a fine insect. The mantis is a fine insect. But it's, I guess, so it's one of these shows. It's kind of hard to tell what it is exactly about because, like, with the new style of making these things, they start you off in the middle of it.
She was born in Miami.
Yeah, she sure was.
And then raised in London and Buenos Aires.
Yeah. So you start off in because she was at the World Cup match with an Argentina like scarf on.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's a big she's supposed to be some kind of con artist or something, and they start you in the middle of the show where she's being hunted by the FBI. So we watched 2 episodes that were available last night, and it's okay. I mean, I guess maybe it goes along with the same things we've watched before. When Jack and I will watch the same show, and I'll go, I've tried it. He goes, did you make it to the 4th episode? Apparently, the 4th episode is everything in these shows.
It depends on how many are in the series. That's right. Yeah.
And they're usually like 6 to 8 these days, right? 6 to 8 episodes or something?
It depends. Sometimes they're 10. 8, I would say usually. But if it's a one-off where it's a limited series where they don't plan on coming back, sometimes they wrap it up in 6.
Yeah. But she is a great actor, and the show is made well. And I know that sounds weird, but when you get some of these shows, these episodic shows made by these studios, this is an Apple TV product, I believe, which is a little different, I guess. But some of them just don't have that fit and finish you expect from a big-time show. You know, kind of like when the Matt Damon Affleck movie, I told you, I was like, well, that was a pretty good movie.
Right.
But it didn't have that same look that a feature film had.
I'll tell you what, though. I am really... At first, I didn't want to go see The Odyssey, and then the reviews, like seeing an interview with Christopher Nolan and Anne Hathaway and Matt Damon, it was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go see this movie.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, it was everywhere. The numbers. Did you see the box office numbers? Yeah. I'm sure Emily will talk about that. We have Emily coming up here in about 4:20 or so.
I'm very interested in her opinion on it.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's really long, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody pan it yet.
Nope.
I've not seen. I think Rotten Tomatoes is in the 90s on both the tomato meter and the. Was it just when people put their guess in or their review in,
like Critics' Choice and People's?
Yeah, Critics' Choice.
Yeah, I haven't decided am I going to the movies? Do you see it in IMAX, or do you just wait?
No, buddy. I think this is one you have to kind of spend the money on.
Yeah.
And by the way, they said like, oh yeah, go see it in an IMAX theater. Well, the true IMAX theaters, there's only like 20 of them in the entire country, and the only one in Florida is in Miami.
Did you see the comparison of what it looks like on IMAX with what it looks like on a regular 35 millimeter?
Have you ever seen the film itself and what it takes to load that up?
Yeah, it's huge.
The disc is bigger than this table, and there's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And the film, it looks like a sheet of paper. I mean, that's like it's not quite there, but like a trading card. Not a trading card, but like a greeting card. That's the size of the panel. Like each frame is that size.
It looks like, and like the rowing in the boat and stuff, like Christopher Nolan is, there's no CGI. If these guys are supposed to be rowing a boat, guess what? They're in the boat.
I heard the Trojan horse thing was pretty incredible.
Really?
That scene in the movie was pretty insane.
Okay, spoiler alert.
No, stop.
What's this Trojan horse you speak of?
But also the other thing they said about these cameras is it's really hard to film with these 70 millimeter cameras because they're so loud.
Yeah, so they had a special box built for him so that they could load the camera into it and still be able to keep the dialogue and the action scenes.
It's so crazy,
So
right?
he said he's been waiting his whole life to film on this. He said he used to watch science films in Chicago, the Center for Science, and he always, for decades, has wanted to shoot on IMAX.
Now, I don't know that you could compare this cat to Spielberg by any means, because Spielberg's movies have a little bit more vibe to them. Like, I think that those movies have a specific emotional kind of roller coaster you go on with Spielberg movies. Would you agree with that?
Okay. Well, I can't say by comparison. I'm
talking about movies like, when you talk about E.T., and Back to the Future, you go through an emotional gamut there. That's kind of, for me, that's one of Spielberg's things, right? Is it kind of takes you through your entire, categories of emotions. But when you looked at Chris Nolan's, and they showed that today on social, they put up all the movies he's made since he was a kid or since he was young into now, and he's had one bomb. Everything else has killed.
What was the bomb?
Which one do you think it was?
It was that one. I wanted to see it too, and it was just came out like a couple years ago. I forget the name. I gotta look it up now.
It's like that one thing that is like Inversion or whatever it is. Not Inception, but the follow-up to Inception, I think, is the one that didn't do all that well.
Well, someone just texted us at 77031, had high hopes for Odyssey, one word, masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, by the way, somebody said there's an IMAX in Melbourne. It's not the full 70 millimeter IMAX.
So what's the difference? If all these theaters are saying they have IMAX theaters,
I think
they're IMAX.
I think there's another designation to the IMAX that it has to be, because the thing I saw yesterday only had one in Florida, and it was in Miami.
So Tenet is the movie I'm talking about.
That's the one that did not do well.
So apparently Regal Point Orlando is IMAX, and that's on iDrive, which is just about like Miami.
But do me a favor, and you're right. Do me a favor and just type in true IMAX film locations, because there's like 7 in California. There's like 1 in Florida, but there really aren't that many that are supposed to show the true experience. And I was also confused because I thought there were at least 2 in Orlando, but they're not, according to this thing that I saw.
AutoNation IMAX Theater, located at the Museum of Discovery and Science in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's it.
Features a massive 6-story screen measuring 60 by 80 feet and a 1570 millimeter film projector.
Right, yeah. That's the only actual one that is supposed to give you that same experience that they want you to have, and it's in Fort Lauderdale.
Well.
Yeah.
I'll go see it here.
Yeah, I mean, I will as well. I mean, it's not like you can't have a great experience in one of these giant IMAX kind of theaters here. It just won't be exactly that engrossing, encompassing kind of thing that he's expecting you to for you to experience at the others.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine as well. I'll get the gist of the movie, I bet. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Not only will we have a fresh keyword for you at the top of the hour, I saw something yesterday while watching a documentary, and I want to ask if you guys have noticed this before, but it was kind of crazy. And I'll explain next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Road Rangers are off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound before US 27, clearing up an accident that's causing delays. Look out for a crash on I-4 eastbound near Steep Road 536. Road Rangers are partially blocking the on-ramp, clearing up an accident from US 27 to Florida's Turnpike northbound. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
It's grand in your hand time on Real Radio. $1,000 13 times each weekday. I bet your favorite podcast doesn't pay you to listen. Well, we do. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We're the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air has been in business since 1992, right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change-out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP. This message furnished by this station.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
It's the aluminum fence in the box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,336. Visit FenceOutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Check out the hottest homes in the Central Florida market, all in one place with the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
America is turning 250, and it's time to celebrate the best our nation has to offer. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, you can get closer to the past, present, and future of space travel. From our first flights to the Artemis program, every mission, every discovery, every unbelievable fact, every moment you just can't miss. Join us for a July full of events honoring America's pioneering spirit. Get admission at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise showed out. The bar's set at Exceptional. Don't miss the second sailing in March 2027 aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa with stops in Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel. Plus, performances from some of your favorite country artists, including Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Houser. Our price guarantee locks in your best deal the moment you book. No surprises. Don't settle for anything less than Top Shelf. Reserve your cabin at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Howdy do, Colbert crew. You know, your favorite tea back in Rockledge, and today we raise a beer to National Fortune Cookie Day. And I actually have one with me. And the fortune says...
This could be me.
Don't underestimate the power of beer. Well, you know what that means. Another one. Have a good show, y'all.
Thanks, buddy. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Bank, that is your 4 o'clock keyword, B-A-N-K. Just had a winner at 1 o'clock. The pump is prime. Go get that money. Bank is the word, guys. Go to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
All right.
Be like Dennis and get your $1,000.
Yeah, no joke. Okay, so I watched yesterday, and I want to say it's on Netflix. I went to a documentary, and it was about this girl who went missing on a cruise ship.
Oh, okay.
All right, now this is from 1998, I believe, is when the story happened, is when she disappeared. And of course, there was a guy who was a bass player on one of the cruise ship bands that was seen with her. You know, he's been questioned. The other people have been questioned. She just literally evaporated off the ship, you know. They made this documentary out of it. Now, the documentary isn't the story. What they did during the documentary is the story. And I've never seen this before, but they actually even put a little moniker on the screen. I don't know, is that the word? A little chyron on the screen?
Yeah.
That says when this person is talking, this is happening.
It's AI of their voice, generated of their voice.
It is not. And I've never seen it. I've never seen this before. And again, this could be something that I'm just slow to the uptake on. Many people could have already seen this before and seen this technology used like this.
The reenactment?
It is AI related. When they were talking to family members and talking to people about the case who did not want to be recognized,
right,
in the upper left-hand corner of the frame, as they're doing an interview with a person, a real live sitting there talking to a camera human being, right? So you think.
Oh.
At the top it says anonymously digitized or anonymized. Digitally.
Wow.
Anonymized digitally.
Never heard of that or seen it.
In other words, they're not blurring faces anymore. They're just applying a face.
Oh.
In other words, the person talking that's giving the, giving the information does not want to be recognized. But instead of blurring the face, they've just completely replaced the person altogether with an AI character.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It was crazy because it took me a minute to figure out what the F they were doing. I mean, I was sitting there watching it. I was like, what is that? For one thing, I've never even heard that word before, anonymized, and then digitally. And I was like, what is that? And my wife and I started talking about it. And then I kind of looked it up and it says anonymized digitally from what I saw yesterday. And tell me if I'm wrong. It says that that instead of blurring the faces of people who want to remain anonymous, they just took AI and they created an entirely different human being altogether.
Yeah, using generative AI and deepfake technology to obscure their voice and face during video interviews to shield their real-life identity.
Yeah, so in other words, now, instead of kind of doing that pixelation thing on their voice where it lowers it, and it makes everybody sound like they're in the Federal Protection Program and look like that, they've stopped doing that. So now, to maintain, I think, maybe more character awareness for the story, so they've just kind of created a character that sits into that person's place.
Yeah, I guess it feels like it won't distract. Like, so whether you're seeing the silhouette of someone or the scrambled, pixels over someone, they feel that you'll connect better with it if you're looking at a real, quote quote real human face.
But isn't that the crazy part? Because for me, when I see the pixelated voice, or when I hear the pixelated voice, or the there's a word they use for it, the pitched voice, and then the pixelated face, I'm like, oh, this is serious.
Right.
Like I lean in. I'm like, these people really don't want these people to figure it out.
Correct.
And like that, for me, that's more exciting. When I saw that, I'm watching some lady talk. This is not even a person. It's like a character they created. But it kind of ruined the entire thing for me.
Because it gives you more backstory, is that this person and their involvement here doesn't want to be publicly associated with this
Right.
and identified.
And
whereas if you kind of miss that little tagline of it being anonymized, then you're just not going to get that level of concern.
So, Jack, I think you're absolutely right, because this is what my wife and I kind of came to the conclusion here. What if people knew about that scenario? Like, let's just say they did this with the radio station, right? Something happened with our show and it was really gnarly. You know, one of us got fell off a cruise ship or whatever, and they start talking to people around the building who know us, right? Well, if you know people who work in this building, and in other words, what I'm thinking is, by deduction, you could probably figure out who in that family or near that family that person is by their size, or maybe by their voice tone.
Yeah.
Because here's what they did. One woman is a bigger woman. In other words, they made the person who is giving the interview, who is created digitally, they made her a large person. So you wonder if not only are they trying to throw it off like that way, or they're trying to really throw it off. They don't want you to know anything about anybody that could be close to this story at all.
But I don't like that, because...
because you can't figure it out now.
No, because when you are seeing someone, you're imagining their role in this story.
Right.
And so now you're imagining... like actors, even though they're digital actors, you're not imagining the real people. As you're trying to kind of put together this story in your head, your visualization is off because you're not getting the real people.
Also, think about it this way, too. This is the other aspect, right? So the other aspect is this. What if I'm making a documentary about something that happened here on the show?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the person who's making the documentary comes into the station and say, hey, we want some interviews. We want to interview some people who knew these people. We really want to get an in-depth idea of what they were really like. And everybody goes, no, we're not doing it. Well, how can you get around that then? Well, just create a character.
Yeah.
Like you could say no, you could say no, they could say no, everybody in this building could say no. But if you let them know that you have digitized in a character anonymously, I mean, they could do whatever they want. In other words, if they had family members saying, I don't want anything to do with this case, this is dirty, I don't want anything to do with it, and they're like, well, holy S, now we don't have anybody from that side of the family to give us an interview about this documentary we want to make. How do we get around that? Well, you just create people. Like, completely create people, I guess, and then you just use them to tell the story.
Great.
Isn't it crazy, right?
Bring back the pixelated face.
But the thing is like, maybe the people will say, look, I'll give you an interview. Like, I'll talk to you anonymously, but you can't. I'm not going to do it on camera.
Right.
Even if you pixelize my face, I'm not doing it on camera. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the pixels don't work. I don't want people knowing that. And they'll say, well, how about this? We'll just create an entirely different character and use your words. How about we do that? I'm like, oh, that's fine. Pay me.
But you could also, let's say, Jimmy, you embezzled money, because that's what I imagine happening. and they go to Deb. She says, no, I'm not going to be a part of it. Ross doesn't want to be a part of it. So they just create a character. And they can make up whatever they want.
Ross could be a 400-pound hillbilly in overalls with no shirt.
But even without Ross's cooperation, they can, if they have bad intent,
if they just don't,
they can just make it up.
That's right. If they just don't say his name, that's it. And or theoretically, like if you, there's my word again, and somebody just had to drink a shot. But if like, let's say you're right, Ross didn't want to do it, but they could create a character that would kind of look similar to Ross, and then tell the story. Crazy. Yeah, I'm glad you guys never saw it, because I did not want to come in here today and go, hey, man, I saw something I've never seen before. And
we know.
Where have you been, man?
We've been dealing with this for years.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I got to figure out the documentary. That way everybody can watch it. It was on Netflix yesterday, and I can't exactly remember what the name of the movie is about. I'm going to figure it out. I want you guys to see it, though, because it's kind of cool. Maybe I can find it online and show you exactly what they did.
All right.
I want to do that. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Don't forget, your 4 o'clock keyword is bank. That's BANK. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back with Emily the Movie Girl right after this.
Real Radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
I don't know, and I can't think of one that.
There's got to be something out there, but it's just really hard.
What?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Roadways are starting to get busy, and so are emergency crews, clearing up a couple accidents around the area. The on-ramp's partially locked from US 27 to Florida's Turnpike northbound. Southbound on the Turnpike past I-4, there's a disabled truck off to the right shoulder. An accident on I-4 eastbound near State Road 536. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, any Hers chips, and a fountain drink for just $6. Make it a classic for $8. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert for Life Imaging. It is time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about Life Imaging. And look, man, if you have a family member that you think could benefit from Life Imaging and their free life scan, get them over there. That's exactly what I did for my in-laws. When my wife and I went to get our scans at Life Imaging and we saw how easy it was and we saw how unbelievable the information was, we immediately called her mom and dad and said, look, you guys got to get over there and get these scans. They're in their mid-60s. It was time for them to do that. And the cool thing is, standing right next to my wife when they got the phone call to let us know that both of their hearts were perfectly fine, 0 calcium scores, which means good things. That is the peace of mind that I tell you guys is irreplaceable. No joke. And if there are no dyes, you do not take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes, so don't wait. Do exactly what I did. Get over to Life Imaging and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. And guys, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hi, I'm Tanner from Zero Res. We're a locally, family-owned business that's been serving Central Florida for years. Whether it's carpet, tile, upholstery, or air ducts, we're grateful for the opportunity to earn your trust. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with Renewal by Andersen and get $250 off every window and door. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. With Renewal by Andersen, you're getting American craftsmanship, expert installation, and signature service. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Radio.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey guys, love listening to you. It's Christina from Cocoa, Florida. My husband and I seen Odyssey, and I just want to tell you that movie is amazing. Definitely a masterpiece, and you definitely must go see it.
Wow, listen to that. Those are big words, because we have a specialist that will tell us whether or not that could or could not be true. We'll do that here in a second. 4 o'clock keyword is bank. That's BANK. Just take your ass over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. We had a winner in the 1 o'clock hour. Congratulations, News Junkie. You guys did it. We're on the board, and we're ready to add some more, guys. Bank is the word. Go get that money. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And so is Emily the movie girl.
Her name is Emily. She likes movies. She's a girl. It's time for Emily the movie girl on the Jim Colbert Show.
Get loud for Emily the movie girl.
Hey!
Woohoo! By the way, you can see Emily on our YouTube feed if you want to do that. It's JimColbertLive.com or realradio.fm/watch. Emily, how you doing?
Oh,
you.
there you go.
There you go.
Oh, am I on?
Yeah,
there
you
we
are,
go.
yeah.
I'm amazing. Thank you.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I saw this little indie film, actually. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called The Odyssey.
Yeah. Did you really? Went out there and bummed it. You slummed it a little bit watching indie?
Yeah, really, really small indie film called The Odyssey.
Yeah, we talked last week, and you said you were going to go out and check out the movie. I have not seen it yet, and to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with like waiting for a good review to come out. I'm just intrigued with everything to do with this movie because of everything I've heard it took to make this movie.
Every new interview, reel, or something I've seen about it, I'm just more and more impressed with the film. So
you did get to see it. Let's get to it. What is your review?
Oh my gosh, guys. This is only the second 5-star film rating. 5-star rating I've given for a film this year.
Really?
Yes.
What was the first one?
Obsession.
Oh, yeah, which I finished this weekend, and you're right.
Yes.
By the way, you had all rights to bitch me out last week, or last time we saw each other, because you got a little snappy with me, which I'm fine with. It's fine. I deserved it.
It's for your own good.
Because you said, thank you, I appreciate that. Said like the true dominatrix, I'm sure you are. But you're like, what are you doing? Why are you only watching the half of it? When we saw the end of that movie this weekend, I watched it with my family and everybody. When we saw the end of it, we were like, oh no. Oh my God, that's perfect. And we were like, the movie itself was great, but that ending was, 10 stars for the ending of that movie.
The pacing is incredible,
So
and that
good.
third act goes so crazy.
It goes hard, man. It's so fun.
I'm so glad you
Yeah.
loved it.
All right, so Odyssey. This is an epic from Chris Nolan, one of the premier filmmakers of our era.
Absolutely. I knew I was going to enjoy this film to some degree because I just feel like, for me personally, Christopher Nolan never disappoints. Even his films on his filmography that some would consider mid are still really good movies.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't sure just how much I was going to like it, but truly every aspect of this film, the only note, and I didn't even counter this in with my rating because I thought about giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars, but I still landed on 5, is because there is a little bit of story that while you don't need to know going into the movie, there is a bit of requirement of maybe reading up on or having a vague knowing, because he doesn't spell things out for you.
Right, so you have to, in other words, you have to understand the story of the Odyssey before you go see the movie a little bit.
A general gist,
Like a
maybe
Cliff
getting
Notes.
a cliff notes of some of the characters' names, because there are some things that are kind of said in passing that not necessary, but you would just get more out of it if you're vaguely familiar with the story already.
That's well said. Now, one of the things that you kind of got on me a little bit when we talked about this first was Matt Damon being in it, and if people were going to be able to accept Matt Damon in an epic of this nature, considering what he's done before. You called me a bunch of names that we won't go over, and then you said, and then you said Matt Damon is a great actor. He's going to be fine. Did any of that translate? Did Matt Damon just kill it? Did you immediately accept him as from that era?
He's fantastic. I mean, he's truly one of the greats, in my opinion. I feel like I haven't seen him in a bad movie, and he nails it as Odysseus. But that's not just because of him. It's also because of the amazing ensemble that there is. There's not a bad performance, in my opinion. And then, of course, Christopher Nolan at the helm of it. It's just everyone creatively is at the top of their game. It's truly an epic in every single sense.
And when you get these epics, sometimes they can seem like, although you appreciate the magnitude of the story being told in its magnificent glory, those movies can go long sometimes and feel like they're belaboring the whole idea of it to just kind of not milk it by any means, but to get the entire story out, which adds, 10, 15 minutes maybe of unnecessary film. Do you feel that it was even a least bit long?
No, it's a 3-hour film, not exaggerating. I think it's quite literally a 2-hour and 50-minute movie or something, but there really isn't any filler. I had a couple of people ask me where they could go to the bathroom if need be, and I said, honestly, hold it.
Oh, really?
If you absolutely have to go, if it's an emergency, there's a scene with, I forget the name of the monsters, but it's these kind of big giants with armor on.
Okay.
When they land on the island and they start
doing monster
stuff, I'd say if you want to skip another action sequence, that would be the one to skip. Just know that, and this is going to be a spoiler for the Odyssey, like not just as a film, just in general, but he loses 2/3 of his men at there. So just know, okay, he goes in with 3 boats and he leaves with 1.
Yeah.
So if you have to go, that might be a spot. Or unfortunately, anytime a Calypso is on screen, it was kind of a little bit of a snooze fest for me.
Really?
You might lose a little bit of context because it's basically her telling Odysseus, oh, do you remember this? Do you remember that? And it's kind of him recounting, and then it goes to another flashback.
Is that to help forward the story a little bit?
Yeah.
Is Calypso played by...
Oh gosh, I cannot remember her name.
Is that Zendaya?
No. She plays Athena.
Oh, does she really? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Is she good as well? Because again, she gets a lot of publicity through the thing with her being with
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland and all that stuff. And you see her; she's very glamorous and beautiful. But
Gorgeous.
you wonder if they're able to make her believable in these movies.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Athena is very much a supporting role in this. She's not as present, and that I know that is a critique that some people have had of Nolan's Odyssey, and that the gods are not very physically present in this. But I kind of like that, because really, when you think back on Greek mythology, everything that was written, they're writing it as a physical manifestation because they didn't know how else to ascribe a powerful being like that.
Yeah, agreed. Yes. Yeah.
So I don't mind it.
By the way, Calypso is played by, it's an unknown actress. Her name is Charlize Theron.
I knew it was something with a Z. Sorry, guys.
Just another startup, huh?
I miss the app. I used to have an app called Run P. And this was a great app. You start it when the movie starts, and it picked out the best times for you if you had to go to the bathroom. And then when you're in the bathroom, you can read what's happening in the movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can combat that with Mr. Skin to find out when you're going to miss the boobs.
Yeah.
You can do all that all at once.
Oh my gosh. There's also one called Does the Dog Die? Have you heard of that?
No, stop.
Yes. No, this has been around for so long, and I think it is very helpful because sometimes it can be triggering for some people. If there's a certain animal, regardless of
that Will
its
Smith
role,
movie.
Regardless of the role it has, you can literally look up a spoiler of Does the Dog Die, which kind of is a little relevant for this if you're not familiar with, I think the dog's name is Argos.
Okay.
Which is Odysseus's dog.
Okay.
Are you at all familiar with that story?
I am not.
So
don't spoil it.
You don't want me to spoil it?
No. The movie's still in the theaters.
No.
That's like a 3,000-year-old story.
Nah, I forgot it though.
Okay. Well, if you are at all curious about Argos, you should look up Does the Dog Die? You've been warned.
Yeah, the most famous version
No,
of it.
it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
It's bittersweet, Deb. Seriously. It's good.
The most famous version of that is that Will Smith movie, right? Where he creates the zombies.
iRobot?
Not iRobot, the other one.
There's another
World War Z?
No, the one where he creates that zombie virus, and then the zombies come after him, and his dog gets bit by a zombie.
Oh,
You know exactly.
I know which one you're talking about. That one's sad.
Yeah. So overall, 5 stars. The really good movie, worth every nickel. Was the theater packed? What was the theater's reaction?
I had a very interesting experience because I went to the IMAX in AMC Altamont, and this was just really poor timing. But our theater,
Friday at 8.
well, it was a Saturday evening.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, the AC went out, and it didn't get fixed. So we were sitting in there sweating in our seats, and they were told before the movie started, and they were like, "It got fixed. It's going to turn on." And then I think maybe a third of the way through the film, it turned off again. But at this point, no one wants to get up to tell them, and also whatever. So. We persevered. We were like, this was not the 4D experience we were looking for, but here we are. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing it again this weekend. My family's coming down. We're going to see it at a different IMAX theater.
Right, yeah.
So
Do a matinee show or something like that. So like a Sunday at 2:00 show or something if they have one.
Well, if there's seats, because it's all selling out.
Is it really that?
Yes.
I mean, the numbers were pretty incredible, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Almost $300 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I highly suggest going. And if you're at all able, I know this has been all over. So if you haven't heard this news, maybe you've just been living under a rock. But this is the first movie to ever be filmed completely with an IMAX camera, which is unheard of. I don't think people they had to create new technology in order for them to film this completely in IMAX.
Yeah,
that alone is a feet.
Yeah. We were talking about that very thing. We saw a little clip or whatever because the machines are so loud that it's really kind of, it makes it really difficult. And they're so big, it's difficult to get certain tight shots.
Yes.
They had to create a mirror system so that the actors could see each other around the camera so the camera could get the shot it needed.
Yeah.
And then Deb was saying, and I read this as well, that they had to build an entire enclosement or like something that it would the camera could go in to deaden the sound. And it still didn't kill all of it, but it did allow it to get dialogue up close, which is what they were shooting for.
Yeah, I think for that alone, you need to see this in IMAX. It's not even like, I think some people think, oh, IMAX is just a bigger screen, but the dimensions are different.
Yeah.
So if you do see it in just a regular movie theater, it's going to cut off some of it. So you're not going to see the full picture as Nolan intended.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the
Yeah,
the thing that people are saying online, like seeing Odyssey as Nolan intended.
It's the entire scope of the picture is what you would see for sure.
Yes.
Well, good job, 5-0. That's good. I mean, everybody wants to go see it anyway. What else you have for us this week?
Real quick, Jim, I Am Legend is the Will
there
Smith
you go.
movie. Yeah.
I actually wanted to kind of veer off a little bit and talk about this sale that's going on for movies.
Sure.
So
We always like saving people money.
Absolutely. So it ends this coming Sunday, I believe, the 26th. Yeah, the 26th. But it's called the Criterion Sale through Barnes & Noble. So Criterion is this, they have an app you can use as well, sort of, a streaming subscription. But you can also buy physical DVDs and Blu-rays. And it's this kind of smaller company, and they work directly with directors and other big production houses to help get physical copies made and restorations made of films that may not get a physical release otherwise, which I think is especially important nowadays because a lot of things just go straight to streaming. So the whole, buy it now on Blu-ray is not really a thing that's happening. So I have some older DVD and Blu-rays, but I bought myself 3 movies during this Criterion sale. It can get pricey just because you're like, oh, it's $20. I'll do this.
Right, yeah.
But I highly suggest looking at their catalog and seeing if there's anything. I mean, everything is 50% off, which is a huge discount, especially for a lot of them are 4K Blu-rays or collections of. I mean, they have an entire collection of all of Wes Anderson's films.
Oh, really?
Yep. I bought the Before trilogy by Linkletter, which I'm very excited to watch. I'm doing a movie marathon of that this next week. And then I also bought Sentimental Value, which is a newer Swedish film that I saw last year, and Some Like It Hot, which is a Marilyn Monroe movie that I really love. Yeah, so if you're at all interested in buying a physical film, especially ones that may be really hard to find, I highly suggest checking the Barnes & Noble site out between now and this coming Sunday, just because 50% off is a really great deal for movies.
And it's called Criterion?
Yep. So if you just go to Barnes & Noble and you just Google search Criterion Sale or Criterion Movies, you can find everything on there.
Now, I mean, I guess one of the big drawbacks would be like, do you have a physical player? Do you have something that plays these movies?
Yeah, I actually,
do you really?
I have a Blu-ray player that's ancient. When I say ancient, I mean college, but ancient for me.
Yeah.
And now
you gotta be careful, though, don't you?
and now since hey, I'm a millennial, okay?
Yeah, I got you. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Good.
But I mean, but a lot of people, you play it on your PlayStation. If you still have one of the old PlayStations or Xboxes that play DVDs or play that, you could use that.
Yes, for sure. Just be mindful of whatever physical station you're using, whether it be a video game console or a Blu-ray. If you're buying 4K, if you do it on a regular Blu-ray, it's not going to play in 4K. If that makes sense. No, so you do have to have something that can play 4K Blu-rays,
all right,
which I'm sure probably modern video game consoles do. So,
well, very cool, man. That's awesome. That's a good little heads up there. Do you have anything in the streaming world? I started something last night called Lucky with, like I told you, like Anna Taylor-Joy.
That sounds
it's
good.
Like she's like a con artist or something, and it comes in the middle of it. And again, that's the only one I would usually watch Hawk with Will Ferrell, but the problem is it's too clown showy. It won't be entertaining for me. I just won't. I'm at that I'm over the Will Ferrell thing a little bit. And I'm a gigantic Will Ferrell fan, and I can go back and watch the old movies and appreciate them, but the new stuff just seems like a reach these days for me with Will.
Remind me of some of his newer stuff, because the only thing I can think of is that weird Christmas movie that he made with Ryan, the other Ryan, not Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Well,
The other one.
well, this one to me is a little bit of a stretch because of this character, and he said he was never going to do another sports character either after he did the movie Semi-Pro. Semi-Pro, the basketball movie. But then he came back to this. So I don't know. I maybe I'll watch an episode, see how it is.
Oh.
Yeah, and also too, when you're in the world of golf a little bit, it seems weird to watch something that kind of clowns it. So
I don't know. I think parody is funny. I mean, I'm a musical theater person and I love Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah, because it's brilliant.
It's brilliant, but it also, you gotta be able to poke fun at yourself sometimes.
Trust me, I have a little experience in that.
And poking fun at yourself.
Yeah. I had 30 years
Doesn't
or so.
sound like she believes you.
She doesn't seem to buy it. Yeah. But anything else out there?
Not this week because I was kind of honed in on the Odyssey.
Yeah,
but
sure.
this next week, I'm going to be seeing 2 different movies. I'm going to be seeing the Hadestown Pro Shot, which you probably haven't heard anything about.
I've seen the Hadestown based on the play.
Yes,
I've seen the play.
So. Yeah, you've seen the musical.
Yeah, the Broadway. Yeah, the musical. It's unbelievable. It's actually, and Jack kind of freaked out because it was one of my favorites of the year last year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So we can talk about this next week. Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So I'm going to see that Saturday. They're releasing a pro shot with the original cast from the West End last year. So they're releasing it. It's literally just for 5 days.
Yeah.
So you've heard it here first. Go check your local movie theater if you want to see it.
All right.
And then I'm also going to go see, I have no idea what it's about. It looks like some sort of thriller with Sophie Thatcher, but it's called Her Private Hell. So that's...
There you go.
And I'm going to go see the Odyssey again. So
You'll give us another review on the Odyssey, maybe?
Sure.
A follow-up 5 stars?
I will happily... Listen, I have a whole page of notes here, and I covered a third of it. So if you want more, I can give you more.
Well, you did a good job, and we appreciate it as always. Guys, good and loud for Emily the Movie Girl. What do you say?
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you next Monday at 4:20, just like this Monday. Have yourself a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
You're the best, Emily. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a few minutes left for your 4 o'clock keyword. That's bank, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
AI doesn't have a childhood story that goes too far. We do. In spades. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. We're looking at a blend of clouds and some sunshine over the next couple of days. It's going to be kind of gusty, a little bit of a south wind, 15 to 25 miles an hour, related to the outer influence of developing Tropical Storm Bertha in the Gulf. After tomorrow, we don't really have any more influence from it, just a couple of passing downpours in the afternoon, not really much out of the ordinary for July standards in our area.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
With OUC rebates, you can upgrade your home with energy or water-saving improvements and get money back. From AC systems to irrigation updates, long-term savings start here. Don't just go green, get green. Visit OUC.com/getgreen.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Late sunsets, backyard laughs, no interruptions. Celebrate America 250 with Fence Outlet. Call today and receive our 250th celebration specials. From permits to install, we handle it all. Book today at fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth. But here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Thinking about real estate as a new career? Then you need to contact my friends at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Nickley Group will invest in you from day one with training, coaching, and the resources you'll need to help grow into a successful real estate agent. If you're ready for a fresh start, make your move and join the Nickley Group. Go to thenickley.com and click on the Join Our Team button, or just Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle. Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Colbert Show, Anthony in Tennessee. Hey, so I listened to you guys on the podcast, obviously, and because of my work, and I listened to a couple episodes over the weekend, and Jack was talking about how he was debating whether to renew his BJ card and keep his Costco card. Come on, cheapskate! You don't even pay for the Costco card. It's a company card through iHeart. Have a good day, guys. See you.
Oh my God, coming in hot. What say ye?
He's not wrong.
All right, very good. Sometimes that's the best path. Just admit it.
But I don't know if do I need both? And there's some things I like in each place, and I could. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're not paying for one, you're free rolling on that one.
I am, but doesn't mean I'm going to make poor choices with my money just because of that.
It does not. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Hi, indeed, sir. We are doing a special backpack giveaway. Key Foods is helping us do that. Start the school year with real support from Real Radio and Key Food Supermarkets. I have one of these in my hood. My boy used to go there and get that roast beef that they make on the line.
That hot food bar?
It's just unbelievable. This Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m., get a free backpack with school supplies at 6 Key Food locations: Ocala, Mount Dora, Apopka, Claremont, and Orlando on East Michigan. Right there at Chickasaw as well. That's while supplies last, and one lucky winner at each location will get free lunch for a year.
How about that?
Helping the community for real with Real Radio and Key Foods. Also this Saturday, you can hang out with Josh Fowler from the News Junkie. He'll be at the Key Food Supermarket in Ocala. Real Radio has your backpack Saturday, July 25th, 10 a.m. while supplies last.
So they're going to have about 500 backpacks at each of these. That's 3,000 backpacks, of the 6 locations. And we have the list with all the addresses. You go to realradio.fm/events. It's on our calendar up there. But again, if you want to go see Josh Pinkman Fowler, he'll at 10 a.m. he'll be at the Ocala Key Foods, and that is on Southwest College Road in Ocala.
Oh yeah, and be careful with that guy. He's like living in a popcorn machine. It's just that guy's going off on different tangents every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or you check his pulse every 3 seconds, see if he's alive.
I got sloth.
Yeah. I want to tell you this Christopher Cross story real quick. And for people who do not know who Christopher Cross is, you can Google him. I'll give you a quick little like Cliff's Notes. Back in the late 70s, going into the early 80s, and continuing, Christopher Cross wrote a bunch of songs. One was called Sailing, and
you know it.
A bunch of songs that have been like yacht rock staples for years. This is one of the biggest albums of the decade, and then he kind of went away after that, right? And he had a very soft voice, very kind of, and when you look at him, he's kind of a tubby guy who seems very docile, and you would agree with that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we found out through some interviews, this guy wasn't exactly that guy.
He's a baller.
He's a baller. He wrote his biggest song while on acid driving down the Pacific Coast Highway in California.
That would be Sailing.
He sold weed out of his college dorm to help his music career. So he's not this clean-cut guy that we always thought. Another story came from Questlove, who is the musical director for Jimmy Fallon's band, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And The Roots.
Roots, right, yeah. So Questlove has a podcast, and he had Christopher Cross on the podcast. And here's the other story about Christopher Cross. So he's telling a story to Questlove about other bands that he's toured with. And he said, years and years ago, I was in a dressing room with a band that really hadn't become famous yet. And I was also on the cusp of becoming famous. And I made a comment to this band, specifically to their guitar player, about the amplifier that he was using. It was an amp called Hiwatt. Now, Hiwatt is a big company now, but back then they were just handmade, hand-wired amplifiers, basically for professionals. So you'd call this guy Jim Leeds. You'd say, I want a 100-watt Hiwatt with gain and all this other stuff, and he'd build it from scratch. But now Hiwatt is a massive company, and a lot of bands use their stuff. The Scorpions famously used Hiwatt stuff for a while, and so did this band. And the guy says, well, I'll tell you what. You give me a little bit of money, I'll call my guy and I'll have him build you one. And the guy says, no way, will you? And he goes, absolutely I will. And he did that. Jimmy Page called his friend Jim Leeds and said, make Christopher Cross a Hiwatt amplifier that he then gave to him. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Page, the guitar player from Led Zeppelin, that nobody knew when he was in that dressing room talking to them because they were just starting out. He later, he not only did he get a guitar amp, he got the cabinet, the speakers that come with it, right? Mm-hmm. So Questlove goes, well, where's that now? Christopher Cross looks at him and says, I have no idea. I probably sold it for drugs. Yeah, you have any idea what that would be worth right now? Like the precedent behind, or the the
provenance.
Yeah, the provenance behind that amplifier and what that could have been. And Christopher Cross balled out and said, "Nah, dog, I sold that for some blow."
Well, yeah. So, and what we also know, if you see that Yacht Rock documentary on HBO, he kind of tells a couple of these stories. He sold weed to help make money to record his debut album, which I think he won 8 Grammys
right,
with.
I was gonna say 8 or 10 Grammys.
And he was driving to Houston from Houston in Texas when he wrote "Ride Like the Wind," and that's the one when he was tripping.
Oh, was it really?
Well, he was in the car with someone else, but that "Ride Like the Wind" song, which is kind of a song about a criminal, heading for the border,
and it's like one of his most upbeat songs as well.
Yeah, the driving.
Yeah, Christopher Cross, like the unknown badass. Another great story from him. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. The liquor business is changing. Not only do we have that story, another keyword coming up right now for your opportunity, win $1,000.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Disabled vehicle off to the shoulder, slowing down traffic southbound on Florida's Turnpike, past that I-4 exit on I-4 eastbound. Approaching Lake Mary, there's a crash off to the shoulder causing delays. I-4 westbound through World Drive, stop and go now. Police activity off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound before US 27's causing delays as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call solves it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Well, boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once-over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com. Advanced Air Home Services. Licensed CAC 1820806.
If you want to find out if a reverse mortgage is a good fit for you, that mortgage guy Don can help. Don will get you some numbers and explain the details. Then you can decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver for people over 62 on a fixed income, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. That mortgage guy Don also offers HELOCs and home equity lines of credit. You can get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation like myself, maybe a wedding, back taxes, and more. And again, you can get that quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Our Real Radio annual charity poker tournament presented by Just Call Mo may be sold out, but you can still join us Saturday, August 15th at the Orlando Science Center. Casino passes are still available to hang with your favorite celebrities in our That Mortgage Guy Don Casino and enjoy food from Hard Rock Cafe. Play the raffle, bid on silent auction items, and witness who will reach the Solar Source final table. Plus, all attendees will receive a complimentary Stella Artois courtesy of Mills Air and City Beverage. All proceeds benefit the mustard seed of Central Florida. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more info.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
When you need cash, some lenders hand you a checklist a mile long. At Amscot, walk in with 3 things: photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Then walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Some people are all talk, but conservative farmer Wilton Simpson gets the job done. That's why 61 Florida sheriffs, 24 former Cattlemen Association presidents, and Governor Ron DeSantis all agree. We need Republican Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. They endorse him because Wilton's done the job before. Safeguarding our food supply, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson banned hostile nations, including China, from buying Florida farmland. Standing with our farmers and against overdevelopment, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson increased farmland preservation by 243%. Expanding Florida's wildlife corridors, he got it done. Conservative Wilton Simpson created the Florida Wildlife Corridor Program and conserved 18 million acres of Florida land, including thousands of acres of working farmland. Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by the station.
Is your child glued to their phone, endlessly scrolling Instagram, watching TikTok, living on Snapchat or YouTube? If so, they may be silently developing a serious addiction to social media platforms. Countries all around the world are banning these highly addictive apps for kids under 16. Go to socialabuse99.com right now to see if you qualify for potential compensation. Lawsuits worth millions now allege major social media companies intentionally design these platforms to addict kids under 18. Research links excessive use to depression, anxiety, eating disorders, inappropriate adult exposure, and even suicidal thoughts. If your child suffered serious emotional or psychological harm tied to social media use, you may qualify for potential compensation. Go to socialabuse99.com for a free case review. That's socialabuse99.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services by the Goldwater Law Firm in Phoenix, Arizona. Primary legal services performed by co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Actually, make it 8.
Hey, Mom. Yep, I'm walking home now. Mom, I'm trying to cross, but I don't think this driver sees me. No, they're driving too fast. Ah!
Speeding catches up with you. Early, on time, a little late, just get there safely. A message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Guru. Okay, so with this whole anonymization of video thing, with that, if it actually makes a representation of someone that actually exists in the world outside of that person and misrepresents them? But beside all that, me and Swilly were racing snails this weekend, and I kept winning. In desperation, Swilly took all the shells off all his snails to make them faster, but it only made them more sluggish. Big T out.
I'm not laughing anymore.
Yeah, Jim, I can't wait to see that new horror movie, Alien Mantis from Miami. Should be great.
Yeah, maybe that was a little harsh. Who knows? All right, your 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Check is the word, guys. Go get that money at a winner at 1 o'clock. It is ready for you. The old Real Radio ATM is open.
That's right. Get that money.
Got to have the right code. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that backpack drive is going to be pretty cool. Very excited about that.
Yeah, we did it last year with Key Foods. I remember all the backpacks were stuffed here. They had it all set up in our performance studio, and it was a station and a team of volunteers because it's thousands of backpacks you have to put together. And so they have the notebooks. You put in the notebooks and the pencils, and you go down the line, and you stuff them all, and then...
Yeah, I remember when all that was being delivered to the station.
Yeah.
Every day.
Boxes
for
and boxes.
The entire day, we kept getting boxes. I mean, just tons of boxes. And they were the backpacks.
Yeah.
And all the supplies that were going inside. Yeah, he's right. They set up like an assembly line up in our 409, which is our performance center here in the building. And basically just got everybody ripping through there and building these backpacks.
Yeah. That's 3 school-related events that we are involved with just over the next couple of weeks.
Which is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Monsters have the big Teachers Appreciation thing coming up next week, right?
That's right. That's next Wednesday. It's a happy hour at Johnny's Other Side. So that's a party for the teachers, but we're also collecting school supplies to go to a gift for teaching.
Yes.
And they feed teachers in the community who pay money, so it's less they have to pay out of pocket. And then finally... 2 days later, a week from Friday, we'll be part of Fox 35's Backpack Brigade, and it's at a Walmart on East Colonial.
Okay.
And what we do is we set up there with our friends at Fox 35. They'll be doing live TV hits all day. And when people come in, shoppers come in, they give them a list, and they buy, any school supplies they buy, they can drop off right on the way out. And One Heart for Women and Children will handle dispersing those throughout the community.
Very nice, man. Yeah. That's awesome. And if you want to get more information or get it's Real Radio /events.
Yes.
And you can see all that stuff right there.
All the calendar listings are there. Any of the events we do, you can always find on that page.
Well, we always knew that the liquor business was changing, right? We've heard so many different stats now. Did you guys hear the latest one?
No.
That alcohol sales are down like 12% in the U.S.
Are they blaming the weed?
Well, blaming a lot of things. The weed, blaming the economy, people not being able to afford to buy their favorite drinks anymore or whatever.
I thought alcohol was recession-proof.
Yeah, I did too. But there is a new thing that's happening with companies because they're figuring out, well, if we're losing sales, we have to do something to make people buy our product again. And this is actually kind of a really unique idea. A couple companies are jumping in. Jameson is one of them that's doing this. They also own Patron and Bacardi as well. So that means, some pretty major spirit makers are doing this. What do you think that they're doing to get people to try their alcohol again?
Mocktails?
Put them in a can? Make them easier to drink?
I gotta tell
premix?
You're closest, but I'll get to it real quick because I think it's kind of interesting. What they're doing is they're reducing the size of the packaging. So what they think is this, and this is what their studies have shown. People aren't buying their favorite alcohol anymore in the sizes they used to. Whereas when you would go in before, and these are steady customers, by the way, through liquor sales all throughout the U.S., if a liquor buyer would normally go in and buy like a 175 of vodka a month, that's the handle of vodka.
Right.
That customer now is only buying a 750. So they're cutting their sales, they're cutting their consumption by size. And I guess, and the only thing I can guess is, maybe their week by week salary isn't the same, or maybe their hours aren't the same. So instead of buying the 175 they can afford, maybe they're just buying these other ones, making it from week to week to find out what their financial outlook, is showing from week to week. And it says their biggest gain in the market as shoppers look to stretch the dollar or smaller packaging, and including tequila in 50 milliliter bottles, which means about the size of a shot. So in other words, like your airplane bottles,
Wow.
that's becoming a little bit more, and they're actually even creating new packaging for it. It says as well as a 375 milliliter tequila and cordial. Because people are buying fewer and fewer of the bigger packages of alcohol. They're trying to go where the customers are, which is in the lower sizes. But they're also seeing this as well, that this one tequila company, I think it's called 818. It's owned by one of the Kardashians or Jenners or one of those people, right? And the bottle's like $140 a bottle. Well, it's hard for everybody to buy a $140 bottle of tequila to see if they like it. But that could go for bourbon and scotch or brandy or whatever you like, right? They're starting to offer this in what they call a nip size. In other words, you can buy that 50 milliliter bottle of your really expensive tequila for $13.50. And it gives you an example of what it's like to drink ultra premium tequila and not have to buy the entire bottle. So that's what's happening with liquor companies now. And everybody's doing it, by the way. It's a 12% drop in the third quarter. So these companies are saying, we got to go where they are. And by the way, you were right. Modelo in smaller cans. Little cocktails in smaller cans.
Wow.
100 milliliter cans, which is like half the size of a normal 12 ounce.
Yeah.
So now you're buying them even smaller. It says over the past year, a growing number of shoppers were buying 750 milliliter bottles instead of the 175s. Customers who typically bought a standard 750, known as the fifth, they're actually going down to 375s, 375 milliliters. And it says that they're seeing the sales there. It said their other brands are introducing what they call a nip, which is a really small sampler of some of their premium liquors to get people to buy the stuff. Because people aren't buying the bottles that are over $75-$80.
But they're paying more per ounce.
They are paying more per ounce,
Yeah.
but they're getting the experience they want.
Yeah.
For $13. It says that El Alto Tequila launched a 50 milliliter version for $16.99. It says the smaller bottle gives drinkers another way to try the highest end tequila, which normally sells for about $135 at a standard price.
I thought this was something that was already happening and available. When that rack behind the counter where they have all the airline bottles or all the pint, the fifths, whatever.
Yeah, the little handles.
Yeah.
A little hand, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was something that was already being done.
Okay, so maybe so, but here's the deal. This is CNN story, by the way. They say that now they're marketing that. Whereas before they were offering it and letting people see it, but now they're actually marketing these smaller products and letting people know, hey, look, you can still enjoy our product, but you don't have to spend the $40 or $50 or $60 anymore. You can go in and buy these smaller bottles we're providing for you, get that same experience of the liquor that we offer, but not spend all that money.
So each week on the sales, when the Winn-Dixie liquor coupon not coupons, but the whatever's on sale that week at Publix liquor store or the Winn-Dixie one, they'll have more of a focus on these smaller bottles as opposed to the larger ones.
That's exactly it. It says customers are drawn to the convenience of the format while also viewing it as an affordable way to experience premium liquors. And it says here that they call this a very fast-moving sector with plans to add more brands in the fall. So not only are they going to start promoting these smaller bottles more, they're going to pull more of liquor that they would have, like their upper level stuff that they usually wouldn't bottle in the smaller bottles. Like you can't go in and get a 25 an 18-year-old Macallan in a small bottle. They don't do that. Right. You have to buy the big bottle, which is $375 or maybe even more now. I haven't bought one for years, but it was really expensive. So, the idea is bring those upper level experiences that people can't afford anymore and bring those down to their level where they can spend a few bucks, not get as much, but still have the same experience.
Is this for the older alcohol drinkers who are just buying less than they used to, or is this for the younger generation who just doesn't drink as much?
It's funny you mention that because they really don't say anything. What they do say here is that it says it makes the mini more approachable for first-time buyers and occasions like gifting. So in other words, let's say I find a bourbon that you really like, but the bourbon's $200 a bottle.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely adore you as a person, but I'm not spending $200 a bottle of bourbon for you. But I can go and spend $26 and get a 375 so you can try the best bourbon Kentucky has to offer, but I don't have to spend the exorbitant amount of money to buy that, and you could gift that. And the thing that makes this kind of interesting is, I mean, these are some of the biggest companies in the world. I mean, Bacardi is one of the biggest companies in the world, one of the biggest liquor companies out there.
Yeah.
It's not, these are just like inkling companies trying to, eke by to the next day. This is not like a private bourbon company in Kentucky that only gets, 30 barrels a year or whatever. These are some of the biggest producers on the planet, and they're finding that people just aren't buying the large packaging for their stuff anymore. So rather than kind of do big sales or whatever, let's just outthink the problem and put it in smaller bottles and offer a price that looks competitive and see if they buy that. And they are.
I noticed, with the drinks, whether the cocktail drinks, it's usually a 4-pack. It's not even a 6-pack. It's a 4-pack.
Yeah.
And the THC drinks come in a 4-pack.
Yeah. And the expensive
man, those are expensive.
Well, the expensive beers now, the really good, limited editions, they come in 4-packs as well.
Yeah.
And they're still $15 or $20 for that kind of beer. Yeah, I found this interesting. Yeah, it says the smaller bottle gives another way to try its highest end liquors, which typically sell for the $135 range. Now you can get it for $16.
A case of beer is typically 24 cans.
24 cans, and it's usually anywhere between $25 and $30, depending on what it is.
Yeah, but it's all been, then they kind of, that went to 12 packs used to be the thing, and a case would be 2 12 packs, and then they have an 18 pack. I don't even know if you can get a 24 pack of canned beer anymore.
You can, but I got to tell you, I'm with you. It's hard to find that anymore.
Yeah.
And that 18 pack thing, that was a really odd idea.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that for the first time. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah,
there's somebody that wants a few more than 12, but not quite 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood that. And by the way, a 12-pack of Heineken or Stella right now, which is what I like to drink, that stuff's almost $20 a 12-pack now, like $17.99 on sale.
You like Stella, do you?
Yeah, I like so.
All right. You going to come to the poker tournament this year, August 15th?
Yeah, of course I am.
Who else? Let's see. Everyone who is going to play poker, everyone who comes is a casino, and the casino passes are still available.
Are they really?
Everyone's getting a free Stella.
Very nice.
Courtesy of
Mills Air.
Mills Air, baby.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had Aldi's beer?
I have not.
That's the thing. I had to buy beer this weekend, and I'm in Aldi, and I almost rolled the dice on Aldi's American Lager, which almost certainly has to be made by somebody else. I can't imagine Aldi has their own brewery.
No,
I can't put that past them, but I'm not sure of it. I mean, it's a German company, right? Germans know how to make beer.
I want to know.
Yeah, now I want to know what because they have a number of them, Jack. It's not just one kind of beer. They have IPAs, they have stouts, they have everything. I almost bought a 6-pack of Aldi beer.
Why didn't you?
You know what? The funny thing is, I didn't want to not like it and find a reason.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
You had such a good grocery cart experience.
Look, I want to buy their wines, too. I was actually in there one time going, what's the best Aldi wine? And there's some Aldi wines in there that are actually pretty good, pretty well rated.
Yes, I heard good things about the wines. I've never investigated the beers, but it's Aldi's American Lager is often sold under the label Patriot Reserve, is brewed by ABW Virginia Beach, LLC, also known as New Realm Brewing in Virginia Beach. It is produced exclusively as a private label for Aldi USA.
I'll be damned. There you go. Very cool. But they had a number of them. I'm going to try them next time when I go into Aldi. I'm going to buy a 6-pack and give it a review.
No.
An Aldi beer review.
Why not?
Hey, why not? I bet it's not that bad.
I am surprised that the only thing Aldi brand that I'm not a fan of is their ketchup. And that's it. Teriyaki, I love it.
But the thing is, it could be Hunt's and you wouldn't like it. That's a national brand.
Hunt's is okay. I don't mind Hunt's.
Hunt's is not good.
Yeah, but
Heinz is the best.
Heinz is the best.
Yeah, Heinz is the best. That's just the best ketchup. They nailed it.
But in Aldi, in my Aldi, it's to the right of the register. It's kind of like these special and closeout items. They had Heinz the other day, and so I bought a big one at an Aldi price. It was great.
Somebody just texted in and said Aldi's Pilsner is considered one of the best Pilsners out there. I got to try that, dude. I'm down for that. I'm down for getting beer half price. I'm not a snob. I'm a snob about other stuff, but not about beer. Not about that kind of beer for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us, 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check. That's CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio.
Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Disabled vehicle off to the shoulder, slowing down traffic southbound on Florida's Turnpike, past that I-4 exit on I-4 eastbound. Approaching Lake Mary, there's a crash off to the shoulder causing delays. I-4 westbound through World Drive, stop and go now. Police activity off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound before US 27's causing delays as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, any Hers chips, and a fountain drink for just $6. Make it a classic for $8. Gotta have a Wawa.
Man, in Central Florida, you better have a good AC company. You better have one, because if not, your AC goes down, you start calling people around, guess what's going to happen? They are going to charge you out the nose this time of year, but not Mills Air. These guys are awesome. They've been doing it since 92. That's 30 plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you and your family nice and comfortable all summer long. And check this, their techs are awesome people. They will never make you feel uncomfortable in your own home while they're doing service, and they know these systems inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. Mills Air can repair it. But check this. If you happen to need a new unit, Carrier Factory Authorized Dealers, that could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your appointment. It's easy. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
WeAreNotTheBanks.com. That's their old name. And then they went to We Are Beyond a Bank, because they are better than the banks and they offer more, and they do it in all 50 states. But their mission is still the same. Led by Brad Siebert, it's getting you the money you need for a mortgage, whether it's a new home, a refinancing your current home, new construction lending as well. They can help you there. It's WeAreBeyondABank.com. They're just better than the banks. If you become a Facebook follower of We Are Beyond a Bank, each month they give away a $100 gift card. Shout out to Jennifer. She won the last one. So follow them on Facebook and become a better buyer at WeAreBeyondABank.com, where they have all types of tips and advice on buying a home, because it can be an overwhelming process, but you don't have to be overwhelmed. You have an expert on your side. His name is Brad Siebert, and you can always contact him online at WeAreBeyondABank.com. And MLS ID number 421593.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Shows, meals, drinks, even a roller coaster ride. All-inclusive two-night stay at Luxor or Excalibur, starting at $330 for two. Visit MGMResorts.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Are you looking to buy new windows? Don't wait for hurricane season to start. Get your free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing windows for over 50 years, and Reese Impact windows come with a lifetime guarantee. It transfers when you sell the home. Most windows can be installed in less than 8 weeks, and that installation is included. So what are you waiting for? Get a free quote today by visiting ReeseWindows.com. That's ReeseWindows.com.
Used cars are moving out at AutoNation Toyota Winter Park. This Thursday through Sunday, we're holding a special savings event. Cars, trucks, SUVs, hundreds of used vehicles, all priced to move and ready to drive. The low price you see is the price you pay. Buy with confidence with no hidden fees. Every used vehicle comes with a Carfax report and a 5-day, 250-mile money-back guarantee. Hundreds of vehicles, all priced to sell. Go to AutoNation Toyota Winter Park now.
For decades, millions have trusted Amscott when life happens. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Simple, reliable, Amscott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, "We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be on your home today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing?
Search gym members and join our group.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check. That's CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Check is the word. Go get it. We had a winner at 1. Let's add one more at least before we get out of here today. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack.
Yo.
By the way, Jack brought this up during the break. We were looking at the texting service after talking briefly about Aldi's beer choices. My God, dude. Is there anybody in our audience that doesn't drink Aldi beer?
I can't believe how many people are giving such a positive review to Aldi beer. And you know what? It's just a product I've always walked by. I don't drink beer at home. I mean, I'll drink it if I'm out, but
it is amazing how much reaction we got to that last topic. That was not a throwaway topic by any means, but something I found kind of interesting because of the nature of the economy right now and what companies are trying to do. You know, we've heard of the shrinkflation thing from other food companies, but we haven't seen it with alcohol yet. But with a 12% reduction in their sales, you could certainly see that. We actually had a guy call or a text in from the business. He goes, in the business, this is a headline from a trade report last week. Research debunks Gen Z alcohol consumer myth. It says it's the report of the scan from the registers. Gen Z is still drinking, just buying tequila at $20 instead of $50. Which still kind of supports the idea, right? Just spending less money.
Yeah.
And the people are still just packaging it up a little smaller. Yeah, and I guess there's a 30-pack from some companies. You can buy a 30-pack of beer.
Oh.
So you get another extra 6-pack. So that's 5 6-packs?
And do they still have pony kegs? You have quarter kegs, half kegs, right?
And a pony keg looks like one of the CO2 kegs, right?
Right.
It looks like the CO2 canister.
Yeah. Like a fire extinguisher shape.
Exactly.
Almost,
and then Heineken used to offer that little keg that you could get in the grocery store.
Right.
Where you could buy it, and I think it turned out to be like maybe it's like 20-ounce beers or something like that. That's actually pretty good, too. We put one in the cooler once. I love draft beer, so it worked out fine.
If we had a kegerator here, I'd probably have a beer every day.
Yeah, I would, too. I got to tell you, buddy, I've actually cut back on my drinking a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, man. I started doing what you do. I was going home and like making a drink every night, and you were making an old fashioned. Right?
I was every night.
Man, for me, drinking whiskey in the summer is a little bit. I got to be in the mood for it. I like drinking whiskey in the fall, and during the spring and summer, I like drinking like gin and tequila. And I'm on a margarita kick right now, and I figured that out. I figured out margaritas. I got it nailed. But man, I bought some beer this week, and I had like 1-2 beers all weekend long.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Just don't get the same thing from it anymore. And I can't drink more than like maybe 3 beers now.
I started so I'm just doing like weekend nights instead of every night. It's just like a Friday and Saturday night. And then last night I was like, did whatever yard work or showered, ready to sit down, and I'm like, I want something. I had one of those Captain Morgan sliced coladas in a can. Just one. But it's not enough where one doesn't get you anywhere.
No. You need to drink a couple of those, and they're a little sweet, so you have to kind of be in the mood for that.
Right. And then I was like, I'll just stop it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be one of those nights.
Well, liquor companies aren't the only companies making changes because of certain things in the news. Burger King announced today they're also making changes to their menu. What do you think is causing that?
Food. Well, anytime food, they're making changes. Ozempic or the GLP-1 seems to be the reason what they're responding to,
and that's exactly the case here.
Is it really?
Yeah, Burger King is like kind of stepping up to the plate and going, "Well, look, man, if everybody's going to be on GLP-1s and nobody's buying food from anybody anymore because we're seeing food sales go down, right? Especially fast food, people are kind of seeing that they're not eating as much, they're not going as often." And it says here, as weight loss drugs reshape how Americans eat, Burger King is gearing up for a future where customers will still want fast food, just less of it.
Okay.
So it would be like theory, you would believe that they would go in and just order the kids meal. That's what my wife does. She can't eat an entire sandwich. She just orders the kids meal and usually gets a little dessert with it on the side, which is what she loves.
So maybe that's what they're doing is kind of coming up with a kids meal size geared for adults because I don't know, maybe it's an ego thing. I think guys are less likely to order a kids meal.
Oh, yeah. And it's the whole reason why Coke Zero is the name Coke Zero.
And not Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Because a man feels more comfortable holding Coke Zero versus a Diet Coke.
This president of Burger King says...
We're so dumb.
He goes, my impulse has always been that this GLP-1 movement is going to have a profound impact on the industry. So they've started moving toward creating products that really kind of super serve people who are on GLP-1s that still love the taste of their favorite fast food burger or chicken or taco or whatever.
So you're going to see probably a lot more bowls?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Bowls and what they call Burger King Bites or Whopper Bites. Something like that. The goal isn't to reinvent Burger King, but to make sure it stays relevant as Americans consume fewer calories and increasingly seek out like protein-rich meals.
You already have a Whopper Jr., though. I mean, you have the Whopper, then you have the Whopper Jr.
Now that's my sandwich.
Yeah, and it's good. I had, recently. They say they went back to focusing on a better product. I think that's worked. I've had it a couple times since I've seen that ad because it had been years since I've been in a Burger King, and I think it is a better product than it was just like last year.
Yeah.
However, I mean, if you go smaller than a Whopper Jr., you're making sliders.
Well, no, Whopper Jr. So you still have the kids' meal, cheeseburger, and hamburger. But you got to remember, the Whopper Jr. is just like a cheeseburger deluxe. That's all it is. It's their cheeseburger, like their kids' meal cheeseburger, dressed up with all the stuff that makes it a Whopper, which would be all the accoutrement, all the sauce and the lettuce, tomato, and everything, which usually doesn't come on a kids' meal cheeseburger. I think that's just kind of a bread and meat scenario there.
Yeah.
This is a July Gallup poll. What percentage of U.S. adults are currently on a GLP-1?
Percentage of U.S. adults, I will say 15%.
I will say 16.
11%. 11% of U.S. adults are currently on a GLP. Did we already ask our audience if they're on one? Do we have a question? Do we have a question up? Throw it up there real quick.
I do.
Oh, you do?
But I mean, we can replace it.
We could also do it tomorrow if you want, but I just would love to see about what percentage, or get an idea of what percentage of the audience, if it holds up to this 11% thing.
Deb, tomorrow when Jim and I forget, remind us that tomorrow's question is, are you on a GLP-1?
Got it. Somebody just texted us at 77031 saying that Red Robin actually already has a GLP-1
Do they really?
menu. Yeah.
Wow. And that's kind of a boutique place, though, right? So there aren't as many Red Robins as there are like Burger Kings. I mean, not that that makes any difference. And Red Robin's known for their giant burgers. That's kind of the thing with them. Like they're specialty burgers. I've been to Red Robin one time.
I've never been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like a burger place with a little bit of an attitude.
How many locations across the U.S. and Canada?
For Red Robin?
Yep. Yum.
150.
That 150. Really?
150.
That's your guess?
Yep.
You don't want to amend it?
Nope.
Deb?
You said 150?
He did.
Should I go up or down?
Up.
200.
475.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I didn't think there was that many. There aren't many in Orlando, right? Aren't there like just 3 in Orlando or something? And I think they're mostly down by the tourist areas. Like I'm telling you, I don't think there's one. Tell me where the Red Robin is in Orlando. Orlando proper, our Orlando.
Now, this is interesting. I don't know if they texted from this place.
By the way, real quick, the number of GLP users this year since last year has quadrupled.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all.
I'm sorry, Deb. The Orlando location for Red Robin is iDrive in Lee Vista.
That's what I thought.
Oh, wow. I know someone just texted us. I live in Peru, and the size of the meals at fast food places are a fraction of the U.S. A soda is like the size of a mouthwash cup. Fries are like a small kiddie fry.
Wow.
What's interesting is, are you texting us from Peru?
Yeah, no joke.
Our servings have always been larger.
big. Yeah.
Too big.
Too
definitely.
big.
That's what I realized when I focused on how many calories I'm taking in. I realized portion size that's the key.
It is, because we've gotten so used to believing our meal has to come to the very edge of our plate.
And
it doesn't have to.
And then growing up with clean your plate.
Exactly.
And so if I don't finish, I feel like I'm not done.
And I hate wasting food.
I do too. And my wife will always hand me her leftovers, and I feel obligated to eat it.
I do the same with Chris. Yeah. But you remember, your stomach is the size of 2 of your fists?
Yeah, something like that.
That's it. So just make that visual before you sit down to eat.
Yeah.
It says here, in an April survey of 300 GLP-1 users by the equity research firm William Blair found that what percentage were specifically cutting back on hamburgers. I mean, they literally brought this up like hamburgers are the target. It's a ridiculous number. 72%
of people on GLP-1.
Of the 300 people they asked, 72% of those people said they were basically nixing hamburgers or cutting that out completely.
That's over 200 of them.
Yeah.
Wow. Why? Because you can just eat the patty.
And our hamburgers aren't the worst part of a hamburger meal, isn't it?
I love hamburgers.
But when you get a combo meal, the hamburger isn't the worst part of that meal. It's the fries and the drink.
Yeah.
Are the worst part of the meal, right?
How about those places? I mean, it's a great value, but those places where you get a sandwich, fries, and then like nuggets on top of that.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Where's that?
What do you mean? You do it?
No, I just order them on side, Jack. I don't order them as part of the package. I get a 10 nugget kicker, Jack. That's what I call it. My waist calls it something way different. Yeah, but they like if you go to Culver's and you get the kids meal, you get that free yogurt with it, or that free what's it called?
The frozen custard.
Yeah, the custard. Yeah.
See, now I
got their Snicker Crackle thing the other day.
Snicker Crackle.
It's like a crunchy Snicker bar.
You're on Snicker Crackle?
Dude, let me tell you something. I ate that before I got out of that parking lot. It was so blanking good.
I do enjoy the names on the Culver signs
of
what their mix is.
Yeah.
But it's also weird when they pair it with what food item they have, because it's such a weird juxtaposition of,
dude, you're right.
Food and then dessert.
Dude, they just added something to their menu, and this is kind of wild. Like, all these restaurants do this. I'm in Culver's the other day, and I'm like, because my wife is she's an addict, dude. They might as well be handing crack rocks out. She is a complete addict.
They're adding Snicker crack.
Like, I go and I get the Culver's meal. I like Culver's, but like once every 3 weeks is fine with me, right? I'm not a giant fan of their fries. They don't crisp them up enough. They need to get they got crinkle fries, but they don't get need them crispier for some reason for me, right? So we get in there and I'm like, okay, what do I want at Culver's? I know what she wants. She gets the same thing every time. I'm looking like fried shrimp. You can get fried shrimp at Culver's now.
Okay.
It's pretty good too, I gotta say.
Yeah. Does it come with tartar sauce?
It does.
Nice.
Or cocktail. It's pretty damn good too. I gotta tell you, Popeye's fried shrimp are damn good too, dude. Have you ever had those? Those Cajun fried shrimp from Popeyes?
I haven't been in Popeyes in a minute.
Forever.
Yeah.
God, I haven't had fried chicken in so long. I haven't had fried chicken on the bone in probably 2 years. And I'm not joking. That's not. I'm telling you, I haven't had fried chicken on the bone in years.
We need to stop these conversations because the last time we talked about hot dogs, it was all I could think about for 4 days.
Well, now on it's going to be fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
So shake and bake. You ever do shake and bake?
Oh man, that's a blast from the past.
I haven't done it in forever, and I help.
Yeah, I like shake and bake. It makes a good time.
Yeah. God, do they even have that anymore?
They do.
Is it really?
Yeah. You're just seasoning
Dude,
chicken legs and you bake them.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you right now. There are very few things that I like that are store bought that are better for me than scratch that almost anybody makes. I've tried probably 20 of these of different menus, or even people making it at home, and I will tell you, nobody beats the box version of it. What do you think I'm talking about?
Oh, gratin potatoes.
Hamburger helper.
Stovetop stuffing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a good time.
I love it.
I've made stuffing from homemade scratch-made chicken stock, homemade scratch-made croutons. I've done it all the way that you're supposed to do it fancy.
Yep.
It wasn't even close to as good as the person that brought stovetop to my last Thanksgiving.
My wife knows there's two things she buys for me, and one is the canned cranberry sauce, and I'm okay. I'm fine as long as there is any cranberry sauce. I'm all right. But I used to be like, oh, it's got to be in the can. But the stovetop stuffing is a must.
I'm telling you, man,
it's a must.
But I got to tell you, who you said the au gratin potatoes?
Yeah.
Dude, the Betty Crocker have those potatoes you can just make, like they're freeze dried or whatever, and you just bring them back to life.
Yeah.
Again, dude.
Yeah.
Again. Like I make them from scratch. It's like 5 times the work, and you're like, okay, the scratch ones are a little better, but not 5 times the work better.
If you're listening on I-4 and you're hungry right now, beep your horn.
I know.
Just beep.
Beep.
Let's hear how many cars are beeping.
And then send us a talk back of you beeping your car.
All right, 407-916.
But still maintain road safety, please.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be doing some Whopper bites, and they're doing some bowls and things like that Deb had brought up. This is Burger King, and they're using their onboard proteins to kind of serve that. And they're going after it because they're seeing their sales drop from people who just don't want to eat that much anymore,
right.
And they don't want to waste the food. So they're packaging this up in smaller packages so that the GLP-1 users can come and get their meals.
So smaller alcohol packaging, smaller food, same price.
100% right, exactly. All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back. It's time to load them up for trivia, though. 407-916-1041, and we'll do that next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I'm down to share my body with science, and you could play around with my body after I die, poke me with a stick or whatever. I don't mind.
Ooh, I just heard from science. They said no go, dog.
It's a no from science?
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is 3-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Cunol Turmeric.
The University of Michigan and A.D. Ward Manuel have agreed to a buyout. He'll step down at the end of 2026. He's led the Wolverines athletic department for over a decade. A 3-year, $57 million extension of the Packers for their star defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt. Free agent Ford Matisse Thybulle comes to terms on a 1-year deal with the Lakers. He averaged 6 points per game last season for the Trailblazers. I'm Frank Harity.
Doctors recommend turmeric more than any other supplement for joint health. Cunol Ultra High Absorption Turmeric is the #1 form of turmeric. We're clinically tested to support joint health and healthy inflammation. Cunol, science-backed, trusted by millions.
Man, let me tell you something out there. If you are selling your home, if you're looking for a home, before you make a move with any realtor, please do me a favor and research the Nickley Group. These guys are the #1 realtors in all of Central Florida, 4,000 5-star reviews, and on average, they get 6% more for their listings than their competitors. That's my pitch to you, and here's the deal. If you have bought or sold a home, I've done this a number of times in Central Florida, and you choose the wrong real estate company, guys, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. The guys like the Nickley Group have qualified buyers ready to go. They're just looking for that magic home, the one that you could be in right now. So don't waste your time with other realtors. Make sure you get with the Nickley Group. That way you know you're on the right path from the onset. And if you're looking for a house, again, nobody's going to put their teams out there scouring Central Florida for the house that checks off all the boxes for you and your family like the Nickley Group. Factor in their VIP program that includes things like free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed. It seems unfair to other realtors. Then when you throw in the guaranteed cash offer, that's when there's no showings or open houses, yet you can close that deal in 14 days. You know you've chosen the right company. It is the Nickley Group. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by this station.
When picking out that engagement ring, the last thing she wants is a cookie-cutter, boring ring that looks like what everyone else has.
People want to see something that's different. They want to make it their own.
That's Brian Stamey at International Diamond Center talking about current trends in bridal.
We're seeing a lot of bezel set, halo, antiquity looks. They're looking for originality.
In fact, lots of brides these days are looking beyond diamonds.
We are seeing a huge explosion in colored gemstones. Everything from your traditional ruby, emerald, sapphire to Paraiba, tourmaline, padparacha, spinel. These stones are exceptionally rare, in many cases rarer than diamonds.
What's your engagement ring style? Contemporary, heirloom, halo, designer inspired, or something you design? At IDC, they have it all.
Whether it's a natural diamond, whether it's a lab-grown diamond, colored gemstone, whether it's a rare gemstone, we're here to help you create that one-of-a-kind piece. We're here to make that dream come true.
Let the local diamond experts at International Diamond Center create that ring that's as special and unique as she is. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
It's tough watching your kids struggle with allergies, runny nose at recess, congestion at practice, trouble focusing in school. And then there's the guilt when you forget their allergy meds. But it doesn't have to be that way. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help. They've treated thousands, including kids, with quick, kid-friendly testing and pain-free allergy drops. Make the most of summer break. Schedule your appointment now at AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget. Because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount. Yep, nothing gets past Lucy, or Wells Fargo for that matter. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Mitsubishi's under 20 grand. 0% financing for 72 months. Lifetime warranty. And all you need is $4 down. Now extended final days at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. It's my 250 sales event. I've dropped prices on 250 vehicles. Thousands and thousands off. Acres of new Mitsubishis. Outlanders with third row seating and all the tech. Plus acres of used cars. All you need, $4 down. $4. Now extended final days. Vehicles under 20 grand. Payments under $250 a month. I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade. Bad credit, we don't just get you approved. We work with banks and credit unions to get you the lowest rate. Mitsubishi's under 20 grand. 0% financing for 72 months. With lifetime warranty. Thousands off. And every vehicle's just $4 down. Now extended final days at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. That's RCHill.com.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait,
It is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly, $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there, or 1 hour of parking, or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio 104.1.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that I bought a 6-pack of chicken breasts, no skin, no bone, at Aldi's yesterday for $2.91 a pound. The whole thing cost $12, and they were just as big and fat as the one I get at Publix.
Aldi should be paying us.
Yeah, by the way, I do agree. I did get Aldi chicken breasts the other day. I found the really, really big ones do not taste the same as the smaller ones. But I'll tell you what that is great for. Those giant chicken breasts from Aldi are great to throw in the oven and then shred to make like chicken salads or put in quesadillas or tacos or stuff like that. Absolutely perfect there. Just my little heads up there.
Quesadillas. That's something I never made at home.
Oh my God. It's the easiest. That is the easiest cheat code lunch of all time. You can't get easier than that.
Gonna have to teach my wife how to make that.
All right, I'm sure she doesn't know. Check is your 5 o'clock keyword, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
You.
And he has a Jackie sang. All aboard. What's in there?
Chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety.
Oh, clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Here we go.
We have everybody. My bad.
Yeah. So check this out. Pair of tickets to Mumford & Sons at the Benchmark International Arena. August 7th, Mumford & Sons in Tampa. Also, you want something a little closer to home, pair of tickets to Stellar Nights at the Orlando Science Center. Now, Stellar Nights brings your favorite artists to life with incredible laser effects inside the all-new Dome through August 1st. You can see the lineup and grab tickets at osc.org, but you want to get there early because an hour before each laser light show, they give out passes too. So you want to make sure you're there at least an hour before the show, and they've added shows. So you go to osc.org to get all the details on how to see the laser music shows. But Stellar Nights is just access to the Science Center, and it's a lot of fun. Those are the 2 prizes in the Jackie Sack today.
So back to you, a clickety-clack.
Thank you, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 3.
3 sounds good. Hey, Liz, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, it's good. You want to play a little game with us?
Sure do.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Liz, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true, Liz.
What?
But if you can find it, I'm going to send you over to see Jack. He's got some fun stuff, and you can find something nice for yourself. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first human beings to land on the moon. Here are 3 fun facts about the moon landing and one lie that happened on a soundstage in California. All right, we're talking about the moon landing, Liz. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, the astronauts could not get life insurance, so they signed photos to be sold by their families in case of a tragedy. Number 2, it's estimated that 200 million people watched the moon landing live on TV. Number 3, the first thing ever eaten on the moon was a communion cracker. Or lastly, the crew had to sign customs forms claiming what they bought back from their trip to the moon. Which of those is a lie?
Number 4.
No, that's absolutely true. Not only did they have to, they're in the Smithsonian. You can see they had to actually document what they brought back from the moon in a customs form. 100%
That's crazy.
true.
Got some rock.
And crazy. All right, Deb, 1, 2, 4, or 5?
Let's go 4.
4 sounds good. That is David. David, how you doing?
Hey, good, Jim. How are you?
Good, brother. We're talking about the moon landing here. Which one of these isn't true? Number 1, the astronauts couldn't get life insurance, so they signed photos to be sold by their families in case of a tragedy. Number 2, it's estimated that 200 million people watched the moon landing live on TV. Or lastly, the first thing ever eaten on the moon was a communion cracker.
Number 2.
That's the answer. Good job. More or less than 200 million?
Less.
600 million people watched live on TV as they landed on the moon. I'm going to put you on hold, buddy. Good guess.
Wow.
That is not even close. Yeah, 200 million people is not even close. 600 million is the estimate that watched live as they landed on the moon.
Wow.
Crazy.
So the communion wafer is true.
100% true.
Wow.
Yeah, and they brought the juice as well.
The wine.
Yeah, they did. Or yeah. I mean, they brought. I don't know if they carried wines. What I'm saying, because in churches it's usually juice. We never got wine.
It's only wine.
You guys are real Catholics. We did the juice.
Other
Baptists don't
churches
drink.
will use grape juice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And call it communion.
The one that kills me. There's a couple of
True
these
story.
things that kill me. It is true. Nobody would give the astronauts life insurance because the expectancy is that this was such a new technology that more than likely something really bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
So the only way that they could take care of their families, because the government wouldn't guarantee them anything either, was they all sat down and signed a couple hundred photos. So they knew if they died during this, that those photos would have great value and they could sell those to create money for themselves after he'd passed.
Wow.
Yeah. That's 100% true. A couple other things you may not know about the moon landing before we get to the top of the hour. Sports coming up with our buddy Brandon Kravitz.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? It's like, hey, be a hero for America and go in space, but we're not going to pay you anything.
Did you guys know that Nixon already had a letter written in case a tragedy happened so that he could go live on TV and talk about it?
Really?
This is exactly what it said right here. Quote, fate has ordained that the men who went to the moon to explore in peace will stay on the moon to rest in peace. Those brave men, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and know that there is no hope for the recovery, but they also know that there is hope for mankind in their sacrifice.
Wow.
That was what was going to be said by the President of the United States in case there was a disaster.
Thank goodness there wasn't.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin's mother's maiden name is?
Armstrong?
Moon.
Moon? Really?
Yeah. His mom's maiden name is Moon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. At the same time that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were on the moon, just 530 miles away, something happened. A Russian craft crashed into the moon. While they were finishing up their walk, they were still on the moon when a Russian spacecraft crashed into the moon 500 miles away from them.
Oh.
The famous flag planted by the astronauts was blown over by the Apollo's thrusters as it left the surface.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the other ones is kind of crazy here as well. We'll end up with this one here. While on the moon, Neil Armstrong collected a bag of moon dust, which was accidentally sold at a government auction to a woman in Chicago in 2015.
Oh, wow.
She actually sent the bag to NASA for confirmation that that's what it was. NASA concluded that's exactly what it is, and we ain't sending it back.
Mm-hmm.
She says, the F you aren't, sues NASA, gets it back, and sells it for $1.8 million.
What'd she pay for it? Did it say?
Nothing.
Oh.
She paid for an auction, like a lot. It didn't say how much she paid for the lot. So she just bought a government lot of stuff, and that moon dust was in there, and it wound up making her $1.8 million.
Wow.
And then it's so weird because do you have a time of day that you thought that this happened? Did you ever think of that? The time of day?
Early in the morning? I don't know.
They stepped on the moon at 10:56 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I don't know why I never knew that. It's never come up in any of the moon stuff I've ever read, but I always assumed it happened during the day, but it didn't. It happened at 11 o'clock at night.
The only Earth images I'm familiar with is Walter Cronkite just getting choked up.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, for sure. All right, let's take a little break. Sports next with our buddy Brandon Kravitz.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Right lane's blocked on I-4 eastbound before US 27. It's stop and go through Champions Gate. You're going to run into some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound before Osceola Parkway. Traffic lights are acting funny where Orange Blossom Trail meets Town Center Boulevard. There's a crash on Central Florida Parkway near O.B. Teagan, cleared up. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Man, I love Modern Plumbing Industries, and guys, let me tell you straight up, you will as well. The minute you have these guys on your property to do a job, you will never want another plumber near your house. And here's why. Like when you lose water in your house, the showers, the ability to have a toilet and a sink, everybody kind of realizes your entire house comes to a stop, and that's where Modern Plumbing Industries really comes in. They can do it all. Every leak you'd ever imagine, every plumbing job you could ever think of, these guys can do. Everything from houses to high-rises, and they're employee-owned. They've been that way since 1975. All plumbing, gas, water heaters, leaks, everything. And when you book your appointment, mention the Jim Colbert Show. $50 discount coming your way. Call today for 24-hour service. It's easy. 407-327-6000. Or find them online at modernpi.com.
Hey, it is Ryan Seacrest here. If you love great games and a little extra excitement to your day, I got something fun for you. Chumba Casino and I have teamed up to create an exclusive online social casino game. It's called Ryan Seacrest 10K Ways. It's fun and free to play, just like all your favorites from Chumba Casino. And every spin brings 10,000 ways to keep the good times going. Check it out and play for free today at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with Renewal by Andersen and get $250 off every window and door this month only. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. With Renewal by Andersen, you're getting American craftsmanship, expert installation, and their signature service, but you're also getting longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors are also designed to reduce outside noise, creating a quieter and more peaceful living environment. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts are going to guide you through the full replacement process from design all the way to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and lock in your savings today, or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Brian Setzer, Slim Jim Phantom, Lee Rocker, The Stray Cats, U.S. Tour. November 23rd, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale now at Hard Rock Live box office and Ticketmaster.
Hey Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Tired of spending a fortune on gas just to get to work? What if the next home you buy could save you money every single week by cutting down your commute? At wearebeyondthebank.com, we share smart home buying tips like finding a home closer to work, competing with cash buyers, and becoming a stronger buyer in today's market. And here's the best part. Become a social media follower at We Are Beyond the Bank for your chance to win a $100 gas card. Follow us today and learn how to buy smarter at wearebeyondthebank.com. That's wearebeyondthebank.com. NMLS ID number 42 822-1593.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com. Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At SuperSure.com, you can access tools like the Fine Print Facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's SuperSure.com. That's SuperSure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to SuperSure.com. That's SuperSure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. Green. That's green. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff. Time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show brings you the man who brings the heat, the insight, and the takes you didn't even know you needed. From the biggest headlines to the stories flying under the radar, we've got you covered. So buckle up, because the sports world never sleeps, and neither does this guy. The most popular sports broadcaster on 96.9 The Game. He paid us to say that. Brandon Kravitz. Kravitz.
Good luck, everybody. Kravitz. Friend.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Nice, relaxing weekend. Big sports day yesterday.
Yeah.
I would say yesterday was probably a top 3 sports day of the year when you think about it. And it's just because it's not a traditional sports day. I don't think we view it that way, but in hindsight and even in the moment, you woke up in the morning. If you're just into all the big events, and then the British Open is on, that starts to wrap up around 2, and you've got pregame for the World Cup final.
Right into the World Cup.
3 o'clock.
Not bad.
And then there was no end in sight with the way that those two teams were playing, so that just kept you until deep into the evening.
Yeah, the one thing I learned about the World Cup is Argentina are D-heads. Dude, those guys are like thugs, man.
Straight up.
Like I watched a master clip of all their dudes like doing stuff that isn't like seen by the camera. Man, I swear to God, it must have been 8 times that a player was just walking by a player from Spain, not even part of it. It just shoulder him.
Yeah.
And the side. I mean, they were gnarly, man.
I think they knew that their only chance to beat Spain was to try and out-physical them and be the aggressor. And none of that worked. They had 0 shots on goal throughout all of regulation. They couldn't even get near the net. Spain's defense throughout the course of the World Cup was just outstanding. They only allowed 1 goal.
That's amazing.
Throughout all 8 matches.
That is unbelievable.
And the record they broke was the team that only allowed 2 goals 25 years ago, and their name is Spain also.
Oh, wow, really? That's crazy.
As my co-host over across the hall calls them the Spanish Armada.
Yeah.
The defense was incredible, and he even slowed down the most elite goal scorer that we've ever seen in our lives, in Messi.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
that
obviously,
left foot was rendered useless.
A little long in the tooth now for Messi to bring that kind of action for this long. You know, I mean, he played every game, did he not? Every match.
He did.
So, I mean, you know, he's a little bit older, and that half step means a lot in these big professional sports, and he just doesn't have it anymore. They were able to shut him down.
But they also use him differently. Like, if you watch him, like, in the play, he'll stand there. He doesn't run after the ball, so he's not really
like
playing defense.
Kind of LeBron in it.
But when he gets the ball, then he just turns it on.
Yeah.
And you just watch his footwork, and you're like, whoa.
It's like a gnat.
Yeah.
I do think the comparisons with LeBron are... It's really mirror image stuff because LeBron still has his fastball. LeBron's just not giving you the fastball all the time.
Right,
he knows how to pick his spots, and he's still capable. And Messi is the exact same way. He still has his fastball. The guy is still elite. He is still one of the great players in the sport, but he picks his spots. Whereas before, in his prime, he just gave you full Messi all the time, and you had to deal with it. But the fact that those two guys, there are three. I always hear, and we say this whole adage a lot in the sports talk world, Father Time is undefeated. No, it's not. Father Time right now is taking L's to Messi, LeBron James, and Shakira.
Yeah.
That woman hasn't aged a day.
She looks 28 years old.
She's 50,
She's
right?
going to be 50 years old. Yeah, she's unbelievable. Yeah. And she was the showcase of that halftime show because Madonna got the opposite of that.
Yeah.
They
Father Time's doing well against Madonna.
They spackled her up quite a bit.
She almost looked human.
Yeah. That was the strangest thing. That halftime show was weird.
She was live for about 8 seconds, right?
Well, they were all kind of weirdly live for just a short period of time. The entire thing was 11 minutes, and they brought out three of the biggest acts on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Do you think that people are much more critical? I found that, of course, you can go online and find complaints. You always can. But I found the feedback from people that I saw online to be mostly positive with the World Cup halftime show. We're so critical. People are so critical of the Super Bowl halftime show. And I think that the support for this one was based on expectation. Nobody really...
Yeah, it was wild, though, right? BTS comes out. I mean, Madonna got the biggest response up front, and then they bring Bieber out. I mean, he gets an okay clap. And then they bring BTS out. I expect the place to literally levitate when BTS comes out, and they don't even... It's like, okay, they're there.
Nah.
I mean, it wasn't like that. I watched the entire thing, like, after the fact, and I didn't see or hear that gigantic response I was expecting from BTS.
It's also a crowd full of people that would spent about, on average, like $15,000 to be there,
right?
So I don't think you're going to get the loudest responses.
Was it considered a good game or a good match?
It was, if you like a defensive battle, but I think for a lot of people that get into the soccer world once every 4 years, I mean, even for me, I don't watch that much soccer. It's not a sport I've ever professed on this show to be an expert in. It's never really been at the top of my priority list, but every 4 years I get into it like everybody else. It is hard if you don't absolutely appreciate every facet and every nuance of the sport to appreciate what happened yesterday. But it was intense. You can't deny that.
Right.
But the game was it was a little dull.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say, compared to Saturday night's third place match, where I think they just scored another goal.
Yeah.
Between France and England.
And it's wild for U.S. consumers because we have our football, but even then, like with soccer, we're not getting the best of the best. We know for a fact when we watch American football, we're getting the best possible version of that game. You could say that about baseball. You could say that about basketball with America. Soccer's the only sport where you can look and say, these aren't the best players alive doing this. Those guys are in Europe. So it's kind of hard for us to grip that because we know we're getting like a secondary product. Like, this is the same reason nobody bum rushes minor league baseball games. You're not getting the best product. You're watching and I think the WNBA deals with this in some sense. fans. I mean, people want to support it because it's female athletes, but in reality, it isn't the best version of basketball. It's not the fastest. It's not the highest. It's not the most dynamic.
Right, and I think that gets into more of a gender divide, but if you're talking about the best female basketball in the world, it is the WNBA.
Understood, but with the soccer match, I mean, what I'm saying is like you're watching B-level play for a lot of times.
So you're talking about
compared to Premier League and European play, they've been doing it for 150 years. And I'm not ragging on any franchise. It's just the facts are the facts.
Absolutely, and that's why I think the MLS is firing back up this week.
Yes,
and maybe they get a minor bump from the World Cup. You would think that they would get this mass influx of interest, but
you need those players, man.
I think the interest is in the stars. I think the interest is in Mbappe. It's in Messi, who does play in MLS, ironically enough, but that only helps you with one team.
Right.
With Erling Haaland became one of the biggest stars on the planet. Yeah. He's not playing MLS, and and then you still have to have people go to Apple. It's the biggest problem with the sport right now in MLS is that their biggest matches are not easily accessible. Part of the reason the World Cup was as successful as it was is, one, it's the World Cup, and two, it's on Fox.
Right,
Everybody knows where to find it. It feels massive.
But you could also, I mean, but you said it perfectly. If Erling Haaland played for a team in the U.S. and the MLS, that would be a boon. You would see people go out of their way to watch that product because you're getting one of the best players alive, one of the most dynamic players alive.
Absolutely.
And eventually maybe the MLS will have a draw where people will go, well, I'm going to flip a coin now. Maybe I won't go and play in the Premier League or the La Liga or whatever. Maybe I'll come play in the U.S. because the competition's that good. But it's just not quite there yet. But it can be. And the games are still awesome and entertaining to watch.
Absolutely. If you like soccer, I mean, it's still a product that's in our backyard and in a lot of backyards across the country. But if you are someone that says, I fell in love with the sport of soccer over the last couple of weeks, over the last month, and I want to watch these guys play. I want to watch the elite of the elite.
Right.
You're only a month away from that. The Premier League starts at the end of August. And so if you are now into the sport, but you're automatically an elitist because you just watch the best players on the planet, they are available to you in a month. And because it's played overseas, you get it early on. So if you also like early morning sports, that's for you. And I think a lot of people will check that out. That will get a bump more so than MLS
I would
does.
agree with that. My daughter's boyfriend's South African, and he grew up playing soccer. His brother is a professional player here in the States for a while. They both went to college on soccer scholarships, and that's exactly what he does. I mean, he'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it'll be like Super Bowl morning for him. He loves watching those Premier League games because he grew up watching those names and he follows that. It's like the racing thing that became so big like 2 years ago. Like I knew more young American kids that knew more about Lewis
Hamilton and all those guys.
Yeah, all the guys from the Formula track league because they were like getting into it. And again, you got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and watch those races because they're always in they're in Italy or they're in France or whatever.
For sure. We also had the U.S. Open, or not the U.S. Open, the British Open. Sorry, this weekend. Ryan Fox won.
Buddy.
Ryan Fox from New Zealand, who nobody had selected. I am not only in the sports talk business, Jim. I'm also in the sports prediction business, and this sport makes me want to pull what little hair I have on my head remaining out of it.
Yeah,
like this guy hasn't had any success. Has not sniffed success all year.
He won the RBC last year, hit one of the greatest 3-woods in the history of golf.
This year, he has not finished top 20 in 7 of his last 8 tournaments. He didn't even make the cut at the Masters. He was 85th on Thursday in this event and still found his way at the top and won. He's a really cool story, and the thing that I like about him the most is that he's known as the fastest player on the tour. This guy does not mess around. He sees ball. He hits ball. He doesn't think about it, and he just plays.
They put the timer on it. One of the big, it's not even a controversy, but he had to, during his interview, Scotty Scheffler made a comment while playing a practice round with him, like he wasn't even part of their group because he played so fast and so far ahead of him. He was trying to figure out if that was a burn or not. He was like, well, I don't know if that was a burn or not, but Scotty said I wasn't even like part of their group. I was so far ahead of him. But yeah, somebody put timers on him and a guy named Patrick Cantlay. And for people who don't know, Patrick Cantlay is one of the slowest players on the PGA Tour, and it is an amazing difference. And Cantlay's never won a major. And this guy Ryan Fox has won one. Homemade golf swing. was a rugby player for a while. He's 39 years old, and I think he turned professional not that long ago and actually chose golf over a law career because he goes, his own words, I got pretty good hand-eye coordination. I kind of took to it. For people who've been playing golf for 30 years, want to just cut that guy's legs off. You have no idea what it's like to hear that. A guy with a swing like that. That swing does so many things wrong, except for right when it's supposed to be right. And he does it.
There's something about being a natural in sports.
And he's one of the most well-liked guys out there. He's he's as real as it gets.
And for the 13th year in a row, we have a different Open champions. We have not had a repeat winner in 13 years. A lot of parity in the sport. Whether or not that's a good thing for it, I don't know. What is a good thing for it is that Bryson DeChambeau and Rory McIlroy hate each other, and that rivalry will carry the sport into next year.
Buddy, we need that more than anything.
Yeah.
We need some of these dudes to really get at each other. And the guy that really everybody wanted to win was Sam Burns. Sam Burns is Scotty Scheffler's best friend. They've been around for years. They've known each other. They played junior golf for years. He's one of the best stories in professional golf. Real good dude, solid cat, hasn't broken through to that major yet, and it really looked like that Sunday would be the one. He still made a good valiant run at the end, but just couldn't get it done in major golf. But hopefully he will one day. He's a good dude.
Yep. Yeah. He. I think right now he's having that trouble with closing, but he finds himself there at the end a lot of these tournaments. So it's just about. From what I've heard from these guys at the top level, they can't feel their hands late into these tournaments. That's how nervous they get about these big putts.
Fox said that. He said he couldn't feel his hands or his feet. That's why he hit it so fast. Yep. He said, I just wanted to, while I had when I had feeling in my body, I wanted to hit it. Because, by the way, he hit this last putt so fast. I was explaining to my wife the idea of the courtesy. Because Sam Burns hit his putt up there, and he was only 3 feet away, and Ryan Fox was like 8 or 10 feet away. In golf, usually the guy that's farthest away from the hole will go next. But in tournament golf like that, when you know for a fact he's going to win the tournament, he's not going to 3-putt. He's more than likely either going to win or go into a playoff. Sam Burns would mark and then make his putt, so that if he does make, the theater is his at that point. And by the time Sam Burns made his putt and was walking off the green, the camera was following him because the announcers do that little soliloquy thing. There he is, Sam Burns. Another brush with greatness. Just a shot away. Man, they're 4 words into that, and they had to pan back over because Ryan Fox was about to hit his putt. I mean, usually that's a little bit longer of a wait. This guy's like, no, let's get this done. Great.
That's my kind of guy. Don't overthink it, okay? Yeah. I don't overthink anything. It's just you see, do, and then move on, okay? Yeah. Once I start thinking, I get myself in trouble.
Yeah. And by the way, that's what a lot of people are saying about that. And he even said that very thing. He goes, the longer I think about it, the more I start thinking bad stuff. So I just get up there and rip it. My first inclination is the shot I always hit.
It is. I think it's advice that we all can live by. Is just to do a little faster.
One of the best major finishes I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years, too. By the way, I mean it was grindy right down to the end. It was as good as it gets. I walked around my house smiling for 20 minutes after it was over.
Like I said, top 3 sports day on the year: Super Bowl Sunday, the first weekend or the first day of March Madness opening up. And then yesterday, it was right up there with all the great events that we had.
Am I right in saying that you're just 3 weeks away from NFL preseason?
You are. I am in major prep mode. I'm doing something different this year that I've never done before. I'm doing 32 teams in 32 days. So I've come up with 5 different things that I'm doing to study every team in the NFL. And I've even changed the background of my phone to whatever team I'm studying that day.
Who are you on today?
As a reminder, I'm going in alphabetical order. I started this a few days ago, so I'm going alphabetical based on the city they play in. I'm on the Carolina Panthers
Very
today.
Nice.
So and I'm not writing notes. I just kind of want to learn all of this through osmosis, some of the offseason moves and rankings and what the coaches are saying. I'm watching press conferences. I'm going deep. I've always lived in the weeds with the NFL. I want to go another layer deeper. And
your wife must be thrilled.
Yeah.
So this is a trick, fellas. Listen closely. I got her involved. She loves finding me the wallpaper I'm going to use on my phone. So
that's great.
She's now, her Pinterest is littered with NFL wallpaper logos.
All right, 20 seconds. As of right now, is it still basically the Rams?
It's the Rams at the top, and they might even add Aaron Donald, who hasn't played in a few years. That would seem almost like a cheat code, but they're definitely at the top. Stafford is getting older, so that could hold them back, but I wouldn't sleep on Seattle either. They just won the Super Bowl. They're still loaded up. And the Buffalo Bills, if their defense can hold together, Josh Allen is right now the best quarterback going in the NFL.
Wow. Well, we'll look forward to more of that, buddy, coming up here soon.
Next week, you just start rattling off teams. As long as they're pretty high in the alphabetical order, I'll be ready to go.
All right, have a good. There he is, Brian. Brian, I almost said
wow.
There he is, Brian.
That's how we're going to wrap this up?
Man,
Brian Campbell.
Brandon Kravitz. I don't know why I get your first name wrong so much. I call you Brendan, Brandon, Brian. Brandon Kravitz, guys. Give him there you go. Jesus, dude. I'm so sorry. I love you, buddy. You're the best ever. All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from OBT to Florida's Turnpike northbound. That on-ramp's partially blocked. An accident on I-4 westbound before World Drive getting cleared up off to the shoulder. That crash on I-4 eastbound before US 27, that's cleared up. All lanes are getting by. Traffic lights are acting funny where Orange Blossom Trail meets Town Center Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH. Participants may receive study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NASHlivertrials.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stops.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com. Used cars are moving out at AutoNation Toyota Winter Park. This Thursday through Sunday, we're holding a special savings event. Cars, trucks, SUVs, hundreds of used vehicles, all priced to move and ready to drive. The low price you see is the price you pay. Buy with confidence with no hidden fees. Every used vehicle comes with a Carfax report and a 5-day, 250-mile money-back guarantee. Hundreds of vehicles, all priced to sell. Go to AutoNation Toyota Winter Park now.
Faster than your phone charging. Faster than your lunch break. Faster than your commute. At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Stellar Nights at Orlando Science Center features a different laser light show every Friday and Saturday night, plus planetarium shows, exhibits, and observatory stargazing. It's all included with admission. Something for all ages now through August 1st. See the lineup and grab tickets at osc.org.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist. I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal.
Grab any Shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, any Hers chips, and a small fountain drink for just $6. Or make it a classic for only $8. It's the hoagies you love, now with even more value. Big flavor, same Hoagie Fest vibes, but only for a limited time. Hoagie Fest is back. Gotta have a Wawa.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises. Plus, get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
You heard everything. Incredible! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports brought you every 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Absolutely free.
Magical! The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown! The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season. Oh my goodness! All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, couldn't agree more, Jimmy. That was an incredible finish to a very good golf tournament.
Yep.
Man, DeChambeau, this guy is too much. Calls President Trump to inquire about a reversal on the two-stroke penalty. Come on.
Is that true?
Yeah, we know Argentina definitely plays dirty. And Jack, how about that 8th inning, man? Yep, I closed a great sports day watching the Yankees take the Dodgers in the 8th. Aloha.
Aloha, brother. Your 6 o'clock keyword is green, Green. Go to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. Green is the word, guys. Go get it. We hope you get a lot of that green.
Someone got some green earlier.
That's right, 1 o'clock. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Hi.
It was rare, and I realized that last night when I saw the Yankees-Dodgers, that was the first time this season I was able to watch a Yankees game.
Really? The entire game?
Any Yankee game.
Why?
Because since I don't have T-Mobile anymore, I don't get the MLB package. Every time it would be like...
Aren't the Yankees almost always on national broadcast, though?
That's what I was always... Every time I see a national broadcast game, it wasn't them. And then when Saturday night it was supposed to be them, it was postponed by rain.
Oh, no.
So Sunday night was the first time.
Wow, what a game to watch, though. Huh?
Where it just kind of timed out.
Yeah, for sure. I saw a cool, we'll end up with this today. I saw a cool New York Times piece today. I wanted to kind of go over and see what you guys think. So we all know as we approach the midterms that there are 2 parties in this country. Is that right?
Yes. Well...
Yeah,
two major
parties, right?
Right.
The independent really doesn't have enough party to. Well, I mean, it's funny enough. I mean, we know that they can sway elections, but I mean, as far as themselves finding a candidate to run, that would be very difficult to do.
So there's the Green Party, yeah.
Libertarian Party,
right?
But almost zero representation when it comes to votes or the ability to move any legislation because there's no majority there, right? So it's funny what they tried to do here in the New York Times is they're like, look, there are 2 political parties. But there are 8 political tribes within those parties, 4 on the Republican side and 4 on the Democrat side. And I wanted to read these, kind of get an idea of what they think these are, because we kind of know that the parties are fractured on both sides right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know, even on the Republican side, people think there's this massive Republican push for Trump, but really his percentages are lower in the Republican Party than they've ever been. And in Democrats, like it's just the unpopularity is very high right now. I think there's like a 36% approval for people when they're asked about the Democrat Party. And one of the things that's interesting is I think it's just more fractured than it's ever been. Jack, you believe that?
I do, because when you told me there were 6, I immediately broke it up as 2 for the Republican, the Rhino. Wait, I think rhino's the wrong term. I think the non-Trump Republicans and then the Trump and then the MAGA.
Yeah, it's more than that, though.
Yeah, I think on the extremes on both sides gets real scary.
Yeah, it does.
Where you don't want to be out at night by yourself in those groups.
Right.
You know, they're frightening.
So let's go here. Let's start with the left here. That's where the action seems to be in this year's primaries, as they say. 21% of voters, including 42% of self-identified Democrats, fall into the loyal left. That's what they're calling that tribe, the loyal left.
Okay.
A group that is progressive on most issues and especially outraged by what its members see as widespread political corruption. They're most likely to say they're extremely motivated to vote in the midterms, and over half say that their politics are very important to their personal identity.
All right.
This is a group that would vote for AOC.
Okay.
All right. That's the loyal left. Here the other ones is the electability Democrats. They make up about 10% of all voters overall, and about 19% of the Democrat Party. These voters are also fired up to vote in the midterms and progressive on economic matters. However, this group is slightly more ethnically diverse than the loyal left, which is overwhelmingly white. And it also diverges sharply on several key cultural questions. Electability Democrats usually oppose the idea of defunding the police, take more conservative views on the participation of transgender individuals in competitive sports, and are more middle of the road on immigration issues. That is the electability Democrats.
There you go. Okay.
The American institutionalists, who represent about 11% of all voters. They tend to get their views from broadcast TV rather than social media. They're frustrated with our political movement, and about 77% feel unfavorably toward President Trump, and they maintain an abiding faith in America and its institutions and our ability to change.
Still on the left, right?
That's still on the left, yes. And then lastly here on the left, lastly here on the left is the young and disillusioned.
Oh, that would be Ross.
They're pretty much, like it says, they're 9% of the electorate, but even smaller share of Democrats' most reliable voters because they are, as the name says, young and disillusioned. Social media is their top source of news, and politics is not a major part of their identity. They're lower down on the income scale and occasionally have libertarian leanings on guns, foreign policy, and regulation. They're worried about the cost of living a lot. And it said for Democrats to succeed, they'll need to figure out how to hold on to all four of those groups together. They might want to pick off some voters from the Republican coalition as well. It says on the right, the first tribe is called the Middle American Optimists.
All right.
That makes up about 11% of the voters this year. They have little love for Democrats. 2/3 voted for Trump in 2024. So far, they think he's doing an okay job for president. They're less thrilled about the state of economy. They're younger and less church-going, and unsurprisingly, much less conservative on both cultural and economic issues than the rest of their brethren on the right. Only 37% of Middle American optimists say they're definitely voting for Republican candidates this year. That moves on to the next group, which is the New Republican Populists. That is the Mr. Trump's invention. They're about 6% of the total electorate. They're quite religious, live in more rural areas, and oppose abortion while rejecting much of their traditional conservative economic orthodoxy. They're unlikely to say that you can just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. They're okay with a bigger government depending on what services it provides, and they are, if you will, Medicare for all, abortion for none voters.
Interesting.
And that's considered the new populist or new Republican populist. That brings us to the moderate right. 13% of voters and a group of members who are fairly pro-establishment in their contrast with more anti-establish right of center peers. They still subscribe to a more traditional conservative view on economics, fairly socially conservative. They're more heavy on females. They're also moderate on the issue of abortion and more open to a view that sexism remains a problem in society. Most are still favorably disposed toward Trump, half being reported Fox News viewers, and 3/4 choose Republican candidates in a generic matchup. But these days, they're just not excited about all of it. Then in the parentheses, it says, "Come back, Nikki Haley." As if to say that's who their candidate would be if they were voting. If they were definitely going to vote Republican, it would be like a candidate like Nikki Haley.
Yeah,
more of a moderate Republican. And then lastly would be the loyal right. Super enthusiastic about Mr. Trump, ready to turn out for Republicans. but it's only 18% of the electorate, making it insufficient on its own for retaining a Republican majority.
And that would be over about 30% of the Republicans.
Yeah, that's about 30 or so percent of the Republicans. I think that's your MAGAs, right?
Yeah.
The loyal right would be your MAGA voters. Yeah, there you go. So those are the tribes right now. I think that's pretty accurate, by the way.
I think so as well.
Where do you fall in there?
I don't.
You don't fall in any of those?
I'm NPA.
I know, but
but still, you can identify with, so not the labels, but your leanings as far as what you believe.
I'm
you know what I'm saying?
I am a man. I got to tell you, I see less with the party now than I've ever kind of agreed with in my entire life as a Republican. I just don't. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that they're doing culturally, the stuff of the economy just seems really backwards. So I don't know where I find myself in this group, to be honest with you. I don't.
Well, the second one you read, can you read on the Democrat side, the second one, which was...
Let me get there real quick.
Yeah.
The loyal left, and you had the electability Democrats.
Electability Democrats.
Yeah.
See, it seems more of a practical. That seemed more of a moderate.
That would be the one that if I had to pick one, that would be the one that I would pick.
That was the one I felt closest to.
It says if you like what James Carville says in the Democrat Party, you would probably be one of those, because they say that James Carville is kind of where his views would kind of where that would be. Yeah.
Interesting, because he's also married to a Republican strategist.
He is, yeah. They've been married for years.
Forever.
Yeah, I just found that odd. I mean, or not odd, but unique. I knew that there were definitely factions in both of these parties, and I think one of the reasons it's so difficult to find candidates for both of these parties is because they don't know what percentage of the electorate falls into these columns. So to find somebody that really kind of matches even two of these, much less four, you're never going to find one that finds all four because of the extremes on both sides. But to find a candidate that even falls into one or two of these pockets is so difficult.
Well, see, the thing is, you have to primary and win that primary and appeal to just those four tribes,
right?
Yet be electable by the whole, the whole country. That's the challenge, and our primaries seem to be going towards their opposite poles.
Well, what makes the primaries unique, especially when Trump is involved, is because his endorsement holds so much value with that audience that he can choose candidates that really aren't prime for voting. I mean, the Ken Paxton situation and John Cornyn in Texas is a perfect example of that. Nobody in the establishment wanted Paxton to win that. They didn't want that endorsement going that way,
right?
Because they don't think he's as electable as Cornyn, who was kind of an establishment conservative, whereas Paxton is. I mean, he's got more baggage than 5 wheelbarrows could carry, and he's going up against James Tallarico, who is kind of a moderate Democrat with a really interesting pro-Christian kind of view, and they don't know what to do with that guy. They really don't know what to do with it.
I like him.
He's an interesting cat, that's for sure, but those are the kind of divides that they're finding, that the president will endorse a candidate that they don't know can win the electorate. Now, he's had a really good track record so far. I mean, a lot of his endorsees have won, so we'll see how that goes. Over the next, and I don't know where that falls with Democrats, because there's nobody really endorsing Democrat politicians. I mean, the Graham Plattner thing made all the news, but that's just because of controversy.
Right. I think Cindy McCain has
what?
Has endorsed the Democratic candidate in Arizona, considering she was.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, with the weight of somebody like Trump,
right?
I mean, what Democrat could give endorsements that would have that kind of weight? I don't even think Obama or Clinton or any of those guys have that kind of juice with the Democrats anymore. I think that I don't know. Do you think an Obama endorsement pushes a guy over the edge that's in a tight race?
Maybe in a tight race, but it's not. Like, that fracture is real.
Yeah, it is real.
Even when it comes to the influence of Obama, which for a while he was the
kingmaker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but for some, they just don't see it. It's like, we don't feel as old. I mean, personally, I don't feel as old and as much time passed as has really, where you have generations now who are just adults having different life experiences, saying, that was someone else's time.
Right, yes.
And and their experiences, we're looking for someone new. I tell you, the one guy, every time I read his posts online, I'm like, that guy gets it.
John Ossoff.
I'd say more so Bernie Sanders.
Oh, really? Bernie again?
Oh, really?
Bernie's too old, though, right?
I didn't say he needs to run. I think he's a couple election cycles past that. But every time I read what he's putting down, I'm like, yep.
Yeah. And Bernie still is one of the sharpest old dudes in Congress.
No doubt about it.
There's no question. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Bernie. Bernie is a super smart guy, and he's very savvy. He's just, what's he in his mid-70s?
80s, I believe.
In his 80s?
Yeah. But he just points at the corruption and calls it what it is instead of playing the political BS game.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, Democrats do not have a powerful politician anywhere. Like, Schumer, none of those guys are going to be able to give an endorsement that pushes any of their candidates over the edge like Republicans have.
Texter had really the problem, and it's only gotten worse with the latest, Supreme Court stuff, which it's the money. It's the big anonymous money in there from Citizens United to the most recent one, even, expanding that.
Yeah.
And the super PACs, and it's just so much money, and it's sad to see it get so
gross.
Yeah, what a good word for it.
It's gross.
It is gross.
It's happening in Florida right now. Like 2.5 million just went into Byron Donald's campaign, and you'll see. I mean, obviously we know that there have been hundreds of millions of dollars put into campaigns throughout the U.S. I mean, I think wasn't the Kentucky one with Massey one of the most expensive Senate runs or Senate primaries in the history of our country because he hates Massey so much. They were just pouring scads of money. And this Texas thing, by the way, is going to be interesting for the Republican Party too because they do have limited cash in some sense. So where they have tight races elsewhere, like Georgia and other places, they're going to have to spend so much money getting Paxton over the line that they're thinking it's going to hurt their other candidates elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear news like that about Democrats, about how they're doing with that. I mean, I know that Talarico's raised a lot of money, but I know that there are also some problems with his black audience because of the thing that happened with Jasmine Crockett. Now the black constituency in Texas is making him like, look, dude, we don't like you. We'll sit home. I mean, it's just kind of wild how everything's going, All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Deb, what's coming up for you? Heard it here first.
CENTCOM announces new strikes against Iran. A mother faces a felony charge over an accidental killing, and the man accused of stealing Smokey Bear signs is on trial. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. Let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
What's going on in Central Florida? Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Snow Bergen here. A blend of clouds and some sunshine over the next several days. We are looking at temperatures that are going to heat back up, probably into the upper 90s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We expect Tropical Storm Bertha to officially be designated in the Gulf as soon as tonight, at the latest tomorrow morning. It's bound for a landfall in southern Louisiana Wednesday as a strong tropical storm. A little bit of a storm surge in the Lake Pontchartrain, but after today, no impact to us here in Florida.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Boating restricted zones keep Florida's waterways safe. In idle speed, no wake zones go just fast enough to steer with no wake. In slow speed, minimum wake zones, stay off plane and create little to no wake, but always stay fully settled in the water. Learn more at myfwc.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging. It is time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about Life Imaging. And look, man, like me, if you have a family member that you believe that could benefit from the scan over at Life Imaging, get them over there, man. My wife and I did this with her parents. The minute we got our scan, we got out, we talked to Judy for a few minutes. We were like, yeah, man, this is incredible. We were only here for 15 minutes or so. Didn't have to take our clothes off. No injections, no dyes, none of that silliness. And we got information that could really benefit our long-term health. The instant we got to the parking lot, and this is not even close to being a joke, we called her mom and dad and said, get your butt down here to Life Imaging and get this scan. We need to find out exactly what health your heart is in. And turns out they were in great shape. I'll never forget watching my wife's face when her mom told her that the scan was great, that their hearts were clear, and that they were healthy and ready to go. That is a great piece of information you have, and Life Imaging can do that for you. So don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and it's easy to make your appointment, guys. Just simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That is literally all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
That's Alina's family group chat. It never stops. Someone's always sending a blessing
or starting a poll about the baby shower theme at midnight.
With Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's always in the loop, whether she wants to be or not. Switch to Total Wireless Total Starter Plan or higher and get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G on us. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited. Offer ends 11/4/2026 or while supplies last. Devices, taxes, and fees may apply.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit HBNUSA.com. That's HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975.
102 miles ago, the oil light came on. 100 miles ago, you noticed. Now, it's time to head to Take 5. This oil change, fall in love with your car all over again. In just 10 minutes, your dream technician will check your tire pressure, top off fluids, change your oil, and verify with Carfax exactly what your car really needs. All while keeping you in the driver's seat. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change. Save up to 30% on your next oil change at Take 5. $15 value. Valid at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Hey, boys and girls, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So we will look ahead on Real Radio tomorrow, Tuesday edition. Monsters will get you going. And don't forget, 9 a.m., keywords, resume your chance to win $1,000. Make sure you're checking it out. Detective Barb on a Tuesday. Maybe Amber Nova as well. Check that out. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family in the world of family law, it could be estate planning, a will, a trust. You can trust Ray Trenley and his team at TK Law. Online at onefirmforlife.com.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
What up, JCS crew? Hey, I've been in and out of the car all day. I'm not sure if you covered this, but after the Argentina-Spain game on Fox 35, after watching the game, watching news later, and it mentioned on the crawler at the bottom that Trump was demanding FIFA come back and do the next World Cup in the U.S. before his term is over.
Yeah, during his presidency, yeah.
Does he not know how this works? I mean, come on now.
He does not. I mean, come on. There's no way, he's not going to know how that works. I mean,
he's great at sport.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not going to know that doesn't happen like that. I mean, I think it's.
Or does it?
I don't. Can I tell you? I don't think so. But I mean, the earliest I think that could come back is like 2040, I believe. Right? I think the next 5 or 4 are already chosen.
I don't know if it's the next 4.
I think I read this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I know it's Brazil or like. I think there's I read 3 locations and they were all. One was in South America.
Okay.
One was in Europe. And
yeah, so I know but I don't know if. Yeah, so I know they like to go around the globe, but also I don't know if all those cities have been named that far out yet. But yeah, it takes a minute. Well, because we had 94.
Yeah,
32 years ago.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, yes. 407-916.
That's a long wait.
1041 text us. Yeah, let's see. Spain, Portugal, Morocco.
Outside of that,
with a special centenary match in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay.
I would say it was a success.
Here in the U.S.?
Yes.
A massive success. Are you serious?
Right.
Like an overwhelming success.
I mean, because they were talking about, ticket sales are slow and it's not.
I don't care about any of that.
Stadiums looked, well, you don't care about it.
Yeah.
I think.
It culturally for us, it was a gigantic play.
Yes. For the United States, it was great worldwide. All the social stuff about people traveling here and their experiences, that was fun for us to watch as well as, whatever content providers were doing or creators were doing on their trip to the States. But I was just, overall, I think it looked great. On television as well. I know they were complaining about the hydration breaks and the halftime show. Big deal. It's a halftime show. Sure. It doesn't affect the soccer on the pitch.
It does
I
not.
think the biggest black mark is the president calling FIFA complaining about the red card.
Yeah, I would say that obviously didn't go over well because obviously you heard the response to the delivery of the trophy last night. It was very loud in the stadium.
Yeah,
when they both kind of walked it up simultaneously.
I missed as soon I was waiting to go on a bike ride and then the game as soon as the game ended then I
it's
left.
worth it. You can YouTube and check it out for sure. All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
And You Heard It Here First is brought to you by Stellar Nights at Orlando Science Center now through August 1st. See the lineup and grab your tickets at osc.org. But seats are first come, first serve and cannot be guaranteed. Please arrive early as shows fill up quickly. The U.S. has launched a new round of strikes against Iran, so if you got to get gas, maybe get it tonight. In a post on X, U.S. Central Command said it began conducting strikes at 4 p.m. Eastern today at the direction of President Trump. CENTCOM said the strikes were designed to further degrade Iranian military capabilities used to attack commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. It comes after 3 American service members were killed in attacks over the weekend. Osceola County homicide detectives are recommending a felony charge against the mother of a 2-year-old boy who was accidentally shot and killed by his 4-year-old cousin. Detectives completed their investigation into the death of Braden Tennyson and forwarded it a charge of culpable negligence against his mother, 37-year-old Shakelia Tennyson, to the state attorney's office. Now, the sheriff's office says she's already returned to Georgia last week, but has been notified of the recommended charge. Braden and his family had traveled from Georgia to celebrate his 3rd birthday, which would have been July 14th.
I just want to make sure I'm right here. And I'm not casting any judgment. No one was jailed for that? No one was jailed for this incident?
No.
All right.
And then finally, the man accused of stealing Smokey Bear signs from state parks and then selling them on Facebook Marketplace. Smart move. We'll soon learn his fate. A jury trial started today for...
They'll never find me here.
No, right?
Unless you want to buy it, then here's my address.
Right, exactly.
Or better yet, I'll meet you at the police station.
You know what?
We can save ourselves 2 trips.
A jury trial started today for 30-year-old Hunter Lovett. How many years in prison is he looking at?
How many signs did he steal?
I can't remember how many, but
it's got to be 5 per, right? I mean, felony.
He's looking at 10 years in prison for stealing Smokey Bear signs. You want to talk about no street cred behind bars?
Yeah. yeah.
The case was investigated by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and U.S. Forest Services. They don't like to play.
Hold up, you stole bear signs?
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Give me your lunch money. And get ready to hear that a bunch. All right, Debbie, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Emily, the movie girl, Brandon Kravitz. See, I almost did it myself. Almost called him Brian. Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. Just in case you missed Emily's movie reviews or Brandon Talking Sports, both of their podcasts have already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. And last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Jack, question of the day.
Real quick, texter points out FIFA can go back to the U.S. in 2038. Another texter points out Trump still may be president then. So he may get his wish. Our question in our YouTube chat was, do you plan to see The Odyssey in the theater?
Oh, man. You know what? I think we have an audience that likes stuff like that. I'll say, I'll go 42% say they will.
Pretty close. 37% said yes.
Not bad, not bad at all. Right,
a lot of votes for that.
Coming up tomorrow, we will have What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over the listener's choice. I have a choice for you as well. It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. And your calls, texts, and talkbacks, and 4 more opportunities for you win $1,000. And don't forget, more opportunities tonight.
Yes, get that money.
Absolutely. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey, my little darling baby.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
That crash on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary has been moved off to the shoulder. All lanes are starting to get by. Traffic's bumper to bumper.